up like 28 to 12 or something like that. I mean, they were not missing from outside. They've cooled off a little, and Rich has not. Okay.
Off to Mellon and Lambo and fires back to Grohl in the corner. Three-pointer, yes! Nothing but net for Kiera Grohl, and the Rebels are back on top.
Rich Rebel basketball is on.
Back outside, Hopkin open three, yes! Julia Hopkin ties it!
After going 20-8 and finishing 5th at last season's state tournament, the Lady Rebels have their eyes fixed on finishing a few spots higher this season.
Dribbles across the timeline, passes up ahead, and Risha Larson with the finish from the right side.
Coach Cody Lundgren returns for his 3rd season on the bench, and with 8 seniors on the squad and a realigned region, the Rebels are ready to run.
Dishes off, Leifson turns, shoots, and hits. Jackie Leifson with the bucket.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3, Rebel Radio with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
Yep, Amber Lee for the three. Right wing, yes, Amber Lee Smith.
Rich High School Hoops is brought to you by
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston. The Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Kick it across, Cornea left baseline jumper, good. Nothing but net, Kaylee Cornea.
And now, Rebel Round Ball fans,
Leifson again, this time lobs it in. Nye, quick shot, got it to go, Kim Nye.
Put the kids to bed, tie up the horses, and turn up the volume.
Katie fires across the lane, nice pass. Larson wide open, and Talisha.
As we head courtside to join the voice of the Rich Rebels, Ryan Steineckert.
Kiera for three from the right wing, yes! Good evening and welcome Rebel fans to Rich High School Lady Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and MyLocalRadio.com. Today the Rebels get back into Region 22 play to battle the Manila Mustangs. If you're tuned in online at MyLocalRadio.com, you see the Rebel boys JV team leading the Manila JV squad 55-32 with 4:05 left to go in the 4th quarter. Our varsity action is coming up in a few minutes. The girls varsity pregame show begins now, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental and Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. We've got the laziest wrenching scene set coming up when we return on the Wildlife on Rebel Radio and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
Welcome back to Rebel Basketball and the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. We've got an exciting game for you today as the Rich Rebel girls and boys basketball teams jump back into Region 22 play to take on the Manila Mustangs. And Mustangs, the girls come in, they're looking hot, 9-3 overall. 0-1 though in Region 22 play. The boys from Manila, very strong start, 12-1, 1-0 in the region with a win over Tabiona last week. And we'll get to more on the boys game when it's time for the boys to play. But for now, it's your scene set of the girls game, brought to you by Laziest Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Rich comes in off a loss against Duchesne last Saturday, 40-29. Rebels scored just 4 points in the first quarter, and then were outscored 14-10 in the 4th quarter. Rebels got 13 points from Kiera Grohl. Nobody else in double figures, but McKenna Stacy had 5 points and 12 rebounds in the loss. And that's a Duchesne team that defensively is allowing right about 28, 29 points a game. They've been very good defensively. And prior to Saturday night's allowing 29 points against Rich, had allowed just 22, 21, and 17 points in their previous 3 games. So that's a very strong defensive Duchesne team. That loss for Rich dropped the Rebels to 6-7, back below 500 overall on the season, but the Lady Rebels are at 1-0 in the region with last Friday's win at ICS. So Rich looking fairly good, and really when you consider what they've done, who they've played this season, they've been very good against opponents within their own classification. Look back at those first 2 games of the season. They beat Bryce Valley. They beat Wayne by 2. And Wayne is ranked, I think, 2nd or 3rd in the latest Deseret News ranking. So Rich, very solid so far, especially against teams within their own classification. Now the Manila Mustangs come in also a real solid start, 9-3 overall. They're 0-1 in the region. In Region 22, they lost a close one last week against Tabiona, 46-37. Coach Anderson, we'll hear from him a little bit later on in our pregame show. But he'll talk to us about how they were real close in that game late. They got into some foul trouble, and that cost them down the stretch. But the Manila Mustangs, again, 9-3 to start this season. Now, if you look back at the history of the Mustangs girls basketball program, no state titles, at least that I could find in their history. Last year, 8-12. They went 0-8 in the region and did not make it to state. Lost in the play-in game against Parowan the year before that. Did not qualify for state in 2014-15. Their last winning season was in 2012-13 when they went 20-5, 6-2 in the region, and finished 7th at state with a loss to Milford in that 5th and 7th place game. And that was with it was another Call-It. What was that Call-It girl's name? There's a Call-It this year, Aspen Call-It, that is going to really be a player the Rebels have to watch out for. But I believe it was her older sister 3 or 4 years ago, 2012-13 seasons, and the 13-14 season that was a real force down inside as well. Now, the last time these teams met, Rebels won at Manila last year. They also won at home against Manila. The game at Manila was January 6th. The Rebels won 49-29. And then at home against Manila, Rich won by 15, 39-24. Kiara Grohl had good games in both of those, 16 points and 11 points respectively. And when the Rebels played at Manila, 9 different Rebels scored. You had Andy Cornea with 7, Millie Weston with 9, and it was a real solid performance, a good team performance all around. Now you hear the horn there just momentarily. Let me mark down. JV boys just won 61-39 in over the JV Manila Mustang team. So it was a good team performance in those games for Rich. Now, a lot of the scoring that the Rebels had in those games is gone. The Rebels bring Kiera had 21 points, Julia 5, and Amber Smith had 5 points against Manila last year. So the Rebels have a lot of scoring to make up for, and we'll look to McKenna Stacy to do some of that. Amber Smith has been a little more consistent, a few more points per game this season. Julia Hopkins been scored a few more points, and then of course with Kaylee Cornea and Lauren Thompson averaging right around 3.5 points per game. The Rebels will look to those girls for the scoring. Rich will also have to be solid defensively. There's a Manila Mustangs team that averages the same amount of points as Rich, 45.9, and Manila has allowed just 35.5 points per game, where the Rebels have allowed almost 50 points per game this season. Now, granted, the Rebel girls especially have played a tougher schedule than the Mustangs have so far, and we'll get into that a little bit as well. Mustangs have played Green River a couple of times, or just once. They beat Kemmer, Wyoming. They beat Merritt Academy and Pinnacle twice. They beat St. Joseph, and we've seen that St. Joseph has lost pretty badly to some other teams that Rich has faced. Manila, though, a solid win last week, or a couple weeks ago, over Farson Eden, and again, a close loss against Tabiona. So this is not a Manila team that you can overlook or just not show up and expect to win. Rebels have got to show up and be ready to play tonight, and we'll talk more about some Rich County keys of the game a little later on in our pregame show. Now, looking back at the history of Rich versus Manila, my records go back to the 01-02 season, and there's not a time that Rich has lost to Manila in that span. That's a 28-game win streak at least. And again, my records just go back to the 01-02 season, but Rich 28-0 against the Mustangs in that time period. It's Rich and Manila tonight. Rebels, of course, on the home floor, and it's Region 22 basketball coming your way in just a few minutes. We're about 18 minutes away from your tip-off, and we'll continue on with our pregame show. This scene set has been brought to you by Laziest Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Stay tuned. We got the Standout student when we return on the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show here on Rebel Radio and mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Maggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Back on the Rebel pregame show presented by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl providing quality family dentistry since 1998. Rebel girls are back out on the floor. We'll get some results of the JV girls game here in just a couple of minutes for you. But in the meantime, we've got the standout student, and we'll talk tonight with Kim Nye, a senior at Rich High School. We'll be back to talk with her after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Ryan Steineckert at Rich High School with Kim Nye, one of the senior members of the Rich Rebel basketball team. Kim, thanks for your time today.
Well, thank you, Ryan. It's good to talk to you today.
How's your senior year going?
I'd say it was pretty good. I don't know. I like senior year. I'm kind of ready to be done, though, but not yet.
I saw a sweatshirt a couple weeks ago that said 2018% done. Is that about where you're at?
I've been at that like freshman year, to be honest, but I say it definitely speaks for my senior year. Totally, yeah.
You're ready to move on. Do you know what you're moving on to after Rich High School?
Not yet. I'm debating between being an RN or a physical therapist. So either way, I could go to SUU or Utah State, and then I want to go on a mission eventually. So I'm still debating on a whole bunch of topics.
Okay, so there's a couple things to follow up on there. First, if you could pick a spot to go on your mission, where would you go?
I'd definitely go to England because that's where my grandma's from. She's grown up there, and I've always wanted to see it. So. Very
cool. And then you mentioned RN or physical therapist. What draws you toward both of those fields?
When my sister got into a four-wheeler accident 2 years ago, a whole bunch of physical therapists helped her. So that's kind of what made me want to be a physical therapist. And then wanting to be an RN, I'm getting my CNA right now. So that's what's kind of leading me towards being an RN. So.
Do you enjoy doing the CNA type stuff?
Yeah, I do. It's just some of the topics are kind of weird, but it's totally cool.
Kim, what are you involved with at Rich High School?
I'm in musical. I'm going to be in the musical. I'm going to be the wardrobe. I'm pretty excited about that. And then I'm going to get my CNA and my associate's degree, and I'm part of the Youth CAPSA Council.
You do a lot.
I guess so.
and you didn't mention basketball.
And basketball. I do basketball.
Have you done the musical all 4 years in high school?
No, the only other time I did it was my sophomore year with High School Musical, and that's it.
What caused you to not do it the other 2 years and then choose to do it this year?
My freshman year, I was kind of antisocial, so I didn't really want to do it then. And then I thought it'd be a lot easier to get my associates if I didn't do it my junior year.
Things going well working toward your associates?
Yeah, it's just a lot of work and a lot of stress and a lot of sleep deprivation, but I'm going to get it.
It's good preparation for, number one, when you go to college, and then if you become an RN, the sleep deprivation is going to be right there too.
Yeah, definitely.
Kim, how's basketball going?
I'd say it was going pretty good. We're having a good season. I feel like the team's pretty close together, so yeah.
What do you think the team is needing to work on to get better, get over the hump, and be ready for the end of the season?
I feel like we could work on our communication a little bit, because I feel like there's some girls that they're afraid to say things, and then they're afraid to say those things, and then it feels like there's just a gap in between us, and it could be on any topic. And I feel like we just need to be more We need to talk more. There we go. We need to talk more about these type of things because we can't grow and become better of a team without actually being able to talk to each other about anything, basically.
What do you personally like about playing basketball?
I like anything to do with sports. I'm just a sports person. I've played sports since I was little. I just really love basketball because I've grown up with soccer, and it's just a whole new playing field for me. So I've just always liked it just because it's went from your feet to your hands, and you can't use your feet, and I just love it. I don't know why, I just love it.
How about any academic goals for your senior year?
Definitely my associates, and I'm going to work on getting A's for the rest of the semester because I took stats last semester and I got a B-, which isn't terrible, but I'm going to try to get A's and A- this next semester.
I never took a stats class, but I had some friends who did, and a B-, that's just fine.
It was really rough, a lot of headaches, but I could have been a lot worse probably, but I'm glad with a B-, I guess.
What are you looking forward to the rest of your senior year?
Just being able to be with all the seniors for like the last time, and then my sister's a freshman, and it's her first year, and it's my last year, so I'm glad I'm able to spend it with her, basically.
What is your favorite thing about being a Rich Rebel?
There's just so many different things that you can do and a whole bunch of different opportunities that you may not get in bigger schools. That's what I really like about it.
Kim Nye, senior at Rich High School, member of the girls basketball team, the wardrobe in Beauty and the Beast. Looking forward to that show in a couple of months. Good luck with the rest of the basketball season and decisions on career and everything else.
Thank you, Ryan. It was really nice to talk to you today.
Thanks so much, Kim. You're tuned into the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show. Up next, we'll talk with the bench leaders of today's game in the pregame coaches show on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cash Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
This is the Lady Rebel basketball coach, Cody Lundgren, and you're tuned in to the pregame show on Rebel Radio. Opening tip is less than 20 minutes away on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show on KADQ and mylocalradio.com. Tonight, the Rebels are back at home again for another region game. Now, the girls haven't lost to Manila since prior to the 2001-02 season, but the Mustangs come into this game at 9-3 overall this year and really challenged Tabiona last week. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Clark Anderson, and then we'll talk to one of the Rebel seniors, Kim Nye, and get her thoughts on today's game. We'll be right back with more of Rich Rebel basketball on KDQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com. If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for. Ryan STEINECKERT with Coach Clark Anderson, head coach of the Manila Mustangs girls basketball team. Coach, thanks for your time today.
You're welcome. You guys do a good job up here with this stuff.
I appreciate that. You look like you're doing a good job so far this year, 9-3 overall, your girls basketball team.
Well, we're having a pretty good time. It's what the game's all about, I guess. Have a good time.
Who do you bring back with good experience varsity-wise from last year?
Oh, Aspen Collett is one of the tough ones you got to watch. She's athletic and quick. Sylvia Anderson and Lexi Taylor, Abby Sadler, they're all just real experienced, you know.
You've also got some size, right? Collett and Anderson, pretty tall.
Oh, they're 5'10". But they play long and quick.
What have you done well this year? How have you gotten to that 9-3 mark?
Well, mostly we score more than the other team. I know that's a simple answer, but that's really about what it is. When they can move the ball quick and get up the floor faster than the other team, they really like that. They play well together, and they keep their heads when they can see each other. Other than that, that's about it. No secrets.
Are you trying to push the tempo a lot and get up and down the court like you say?
We like to, just because it's fun. We're really not as athletic as people think, but in our minds, we sometimes think we are, and we have a good time at it. So
it wasn't just a couple of years ago. It seemed like the scheme was to slow things down, force other teams into their half court, and really come out high on the press and try to keep it a low-scoring defensive battle. But it sounds like you're shifting things.
Well, I don't know about the shift. The girls are maybe buying into pushing the ball a little bit and having fun. So I don't know if it's a conscientious effort just to trade, but we play with what we got, and these girls like to do that. We're not heavy. We can't post up. Those Aspen and Sylvie just get pushed around in there if they try and post up. So we move, and no secrets. We just run, and when we can throw the ball to each other instead of the other team, we do really good.
Keep those turnovers down. Coach, tell me about your game last week. The close loss looked like a close game against Taviona.
It was a close game. We were down by 3 with just a few to go, and we got in foul trouble. We got foul trouble early, and that hurt our tempo. We couldn't keep our pressure on the way we like to, and so it was a struggle. Not what we expected, but that's the way the games go, and we had a pretty good time. Went away disappointed. Other games on the schedule or other wins you have this year that you feel particularly good about? Well, we've had some really good second halves mostly. I've been really proud of the girls because they don't give up, and we've had some good comebacks in the end. We've been down at half 3 games and come back and won, and we like that. I like my girls. That's all there is to it. They're just good.
That's Nate. Coach, I know you got to score more points to beat the Rebels. How do you do that tonight on Rich's home court? How do you get more points than them?
Well, that is a tough question. When the ball goes in the basket, the game gets really easy for us. I mean, our games that we lost, we've shot less than 25%, and some games we get up above 40%, and it's just the way it goes. There's no answer to that. And the ball goes in the bucket, and we're good.
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
Glad to be here. We like playing Rich, and it's a good challenge. We like being underdogs. We like playing hard, and whatever comes out, we hope we feel good about ourselves in the end.
Clark Anderson of the Manila Mustangs, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. We're about 10 minutes away from tip-off in today's action. You're tuned into the Comprehensive Family Dental pregame show, and when we return, we'll talk with Cody Lundgren on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Ryan Steineckert at Rich High School with Kim Nye, one of the senior members of the Rich Rebel basketball team. Kim, thanks for your time today.
Well, thank you, Ryan. It's good to talk to you today.
How's basketball going?
I'd say it was going pretty good. We're having a good season. I feel like the team's pretty close together, so yeah.
You've played some really good teams, so your record may not look as good as if you'd been playing some others that maybe are the same classification or not as challenging, but do you feel like that's making the team better?
Definitely. Like, if we play easy teams, then I feel like it's not going to help us any. So if we play harder teams, yes, our record might not look as good, but at the same time, it's going to help us in later games.
Let's talk about last weekend's games. At ICS, a little bit of a scare. You were down to start the fourth quarter, but you had a big final period to come back and win big.
Yeah, I thought I was really scared, to be honest, but I'm glad we pulled it out because we just came together as a team at that point, and we finally got the ball rolling at like 3 minutes left. So,
what do you think the difference was for the team? 22 points through the first 3 quarters and then a monster 27-point fourth quarter. What changed?
I think it was kind of just our mentality, because I felt like some of us, me included, went in there like, oh, we're going to kick their butts, it's going to be fine, and then we got in there and then we had that mentality, and then we kind of just kaput. We weren't really doing anything, and then once we actually had that mentality like, oh crap, we might actually lose to ICS, that's kind of when I think the ball actually got rolling, was when we realized that we might lose.
Tell me about Saturday night's game against Duchesne. It was pretty close all the way through. In fact, they even hit a 3 just to make it a double-digit win right there at the buzzer. Did you expect that close of a game with Duchesne?
I thought it was going to be pretty close. I hadn't really watched any of the games or anything, but I feel like throughout all my years of high school, we and Duchesne have always been pretty close in the games as it is anyways. So
this week, you've got Manila coming to town. You know anything about the Mustangs?
No, but the last few years they've kind of not been the best, but we said that with ICS too, so anything can happen basically.
So maybe that will help you for this week in preparation, knowing that you can't just overlook them. You got to be ready.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely say that.
Manila on Friday night at home, that's a region game, so that's an important one.
Yeah, because that will actually count towards state. So we got to come in with that mentality, not like we had at ICS. We definitely have to have a different mentality for that game.
Saturday, you'll go out to Grace, and you played them already here at home. You beat them pretty solidly. What do you remember about that game against the Grizzlies?
I feel like I actually wasn't there for that game because my mom was sick. But I feel like we got to have like the mentality that we've always had, like to be strong and to do our best, not just go in there as like on a whim, like kind of what we did with ICS or anything. We got to go in there strong and actually like know we can do it. Not saying we can't, but you know what I mean?
There's a level of confidence you have to have going in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Kim, you mentioned that you feel like the team's playing well together. What do you think the team is needing to work on to get better, get over the hump, and be ready for the end of the season?
I feel like we could work on like our communication a little bit, because I feel like there's some girls that like they're afraid to say things, and then like they're afraid to say those things, and then it feels like there's just like a gap in between us, and it could be on like any topic. And I feel like we just need to be more we need to talk more. There we go. We need to talk more about these type of things, because we can't grow and become better of a team without actually being able to talk to each other about anything, basically.
What do you personally like about playing basketball?
I like anything to do with sports. I'm just a sports person. I've played sports since I was little. I just really love basketball because I've grown up with soccer, and it's just a whole new playing field for me. So I've just always liked it, just because it's went from your feet to your hands, and you can't use your feet, and I just love it. I don't know why, I just love it.
Kim Nye, senior at Rich High School, member of the girls' basketball team. Good luck with the rest of the basketball season and everything else.
Thank you, Ryan. It was really nice to talk to you today.
It's the 2018 mega sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 mega sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the fourth president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
When your teeth and gums are healthy, you feel better.
great smelling breath and a shiny smile can improve your self-esteem and confidence. For over 18 years, Dr. Sean Grohl has been helping families and individuals with all their dental needs. With dental offices in Randolph and Hiram, Utah, scheduling your appointment is easy. For all your family dental care needs, work with the best. Dr. Sean Grohl and the professional team at Comprehensive Family Dental. Call today to schedule your appointment, 793-2210. You've been tuned into the pregame show brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental's Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. Your starting lineups, and we start with the visiting Manila Mustangs. Junior Abby Sadler, senior Lexi Taylor, senior Chloe Slagowski, senior Sylvia Anderson, and junior Aspen Collett. Aspen is the one to watch out for, 15 points per game. And for your Rich Lady Rebel starters, Kaylee Cornea, a senior Kiara Grohl, senior Amber Smith, senior Lauren Thompson, and freshman McKenna Stacy getting her second. What's that? Oh, Lauren Thompson. Yeah, my apologies. Lauren, a junior, and freshman getting her second varsity start, McKenna Stacy. Let's jump back to those stat numbers. Stacy averaging almost 9 points a game. Kiara Grohl almost 16. Amber Smith, Kaylee Cornea, and Lauren Thompson. Those starting lineups are brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Saby, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell. Real quickly, your keys of the game brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Number one is start strong. When the Rebels outscore their opponent this season in the first quarter, they're 5-0. When they lose the first quarter, 1-7. Got to focus. Focus on this team tonight. And three is call it like you see it. Aspen Collett is averaging 15 points a game. The Rebels have got to be ready for her. Those keys of the game are brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Here's your Independent Software Solutions opening tip. It's on the floor, picked up by Lexi Taylor. There was a scramble for it, and Taylor ended up winning it. Again, our keys of the game were brought to you by Rich County. Starting lineups by the town of Woodruff, and the opening tip-off by Independent Software Solutions for all your business computer needs. Visit www.iss.providers.com. That's iss-providers.com. Early turnover for the Mustangs, and Rich has it attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com. Lauren Thompson on the left wing, lobs it back up top to Grohl. Kiara, they work it around down in the corner. Stacy fires across. Thompson sets up, shoots short off the front of the iron. Rebound out in the corner and chased down by the Mustangs, but the pass back up top is deflected and stolen. A Rich County, or a steal brought to you by the station in Randolph, and Rich retakes possession, bounces underneath again to Stacy down on the baseline. Back up left side to Thompson. Lauren tries to drive, and she's cut off, kicks it back out to Grohl. Rebels bounce down in the right corner, again working it around. Grohl to the right, down near the corner, skips it back across to Thompson. Cornea passes back to Grohl, and the Rebels reset the offense. Rebels this season 6-7 overall. Stacy drives across the lane, dishes off to Cornea, who hits from the right elbow. Kaylee Cornea with the first points of the game, and Rich is on top 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. With the drive, Abby Sadler all the way to the hoop. Way too strong off the glass. Offensive rebound for Aspen Collett, and the putback is good. We'll give Collett the offensive board on that one. Now hustling back up court. The Rebels pass deflected away by Anderson and out of bounds. Rebels with a Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play. We're tied at 2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Nice position by Amber Smith. Her shot blocked by Collett, and Manila with the basketball. Collett up court, has it knocked away by Stacy, picks it up, gives off to Taylor. Lexi across the lane to Anderson, ball knocked away by Cornea out of bounds. And Manila will inbound from the baseline. We're 6:09 left in the first quarter. We're tied at 2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Long time to get that in. They finally get it in. It's deflected over Anderson and then back to Taylor. Underneath, call it up with the left hand, misfires, and rebound to Stacy and the Rebels. Kiara threads the needle. Pass up ahead to Cornea. She's bumped from behind, also traveled, and the travel will be the call. It wasn't a lot of contact. I thought it was enough to maybe cause the travel, but no. Pass across. Sadler dribbles across the timeline against some half-court trap by Rich. Collett to the hoop. Shot blocked from behind by Stacy, and McKenna pulls down the Rebel rebound. Quickly up ahead, Lauren Thompson, left wing, fakes a pass up to Stacy, around to Kiera, right wing three, short and off the front of the rim, bounces over the top, and Lauren Thompson with an offensive rebound for Rich. Thompson back up top, Cornea, right wing to Kiera. Grohl dribbles it off her foot, but chases it down right on the Manila sideline, right in front of the bench. Cornea, long pass to Stacy in the corner. One bounce. 2-3 zone for Manila. Rebels working around. Cornea free throw line. Jumper is good. Back of the iron, drops down through. And Kaylee Cornea with 4 early points. All 4 of the Rebels' first 4 points. 5:08 left first quarter. And Rich with the lead, 4-2. Now with Steele in the corner. Cornea active all over the place. A station in Randolph Steele is a third Manila turnover. Stacy tries to force it in down underneath and help defense from the backside. Call it. Deflects it away out of bounds. Julia Hopkin checks into the game. Lauren Thompson out. So it's Hopkin, Cornea, Grohl, Smith, and Stacy on the floor. Mustangs with the starters still out there. Inbound to Smith. Hopkin right wing. Lobs to the corner. Kiara steps one dribble in. Floater from the right corner. 15-foot jumper good. 6-2. Nothing but net for Kiera. And the Rebels lead by 4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Out to the right wing. Slagowski looking. Rebels in a 2-3 zone defense. Slagowski gave to Taylor, back to Slagowski. Up top, Sadler at the top of the key. Kiera right on her. Dribble to her right. Nowhere to go. Then back to Slagowski. She's trapped. Kicks it back outside. Lob inside. Sylvie Anderson. Shot is blocked. Stacy and Hopkin were both in the area. Hopkin pulls down the Rebel rebound. Quickly up ahead to Kiera. Fires across the lane. Stacy goes up high, pulls it in, forces it up, gets it over Anderson, and Aspen Collett pulls down the Manila rebound on the missed shot. Collett to the free throw line. Back outside. Sadler fakes the 3. Drives in. Ball poked away by Kiera. Into Hopkin, back up front to Kiara. Grohl to the hoop, is fouled on the right side by Chloe Slagowski. And Grohl earns a trip to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line to shoot 2. Kiara this season, 58% from the line, 19 of 33. Grohl last year, 66% free throw shooter. This one, back of the rim, front of the rim, pops to the glass and then somehow finds its way, creeps down through and in. Rich is on top, 7-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. 3:55 left first quarter, brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. Kiara's second free throw skips across the front of the iron and creeps down through, and Rich is on top, 8-2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A steal by Grohl. Kiara drops it underneath to Stacy, fading away from the right side, puts it up and in, and the Rebels lead 10-2 on the wings of 4 Manila turnovers, 3 Rebel steals. Timeout on the court, 3:44 left to go in the Pugstones first, and we'll take a quick timeout as well and be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
Is an unofficial stat, but just looking back at that first 4 minutes, the Rebels forced 4 turnovers and converted, I think, 8 points on those turnovers. The Rebels taking advantage of some Manila miscues. The Mustangs working around, lobbing underneath to Anderson. Shot blocked from either behind or in front. Again, it was Hopkin and Stacy right there defending. And the Mustangs come up with the loose ball, though. They go to Slagowski, or to Sadler, rather. She drives in, splits the D, and she's fouled on the shot from the right side, right on the block. And Sadler heads to the free throw line. The foul charge to Julia Hopkin, her first. I'm going to credit that last block to McKenna Stacy, her second of the game already. Sadler misses short off the front of the iron. Rebels 2 for 2 from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. The Mustangs 0 for 1 so far, but another coming. Cornea gets a breather, and Thompson back into the game. Smith, Thompson, Hopkin, Stacy, and Grohl on the floor. Free throw hits the front of the iron and bounces up over the top and in. 10-3, Rebels on top. Push up court. They get it underneath to Smith. Amber, one dribble, pushes in, goes up over Anderson and in, and Amber Lee Smith with the bucket to put Rich on top. 12-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard with just over 3 minutes left in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first. Nice pass inside, entry to Call It, kick it back outside, short corner for Sylvie Anderson, shot off the back of the iron, and Hopkin pulls down a Rebel rebound. Rich up ahead to Thompson, left corner. Lauren up top to Hopkin, kick it around, Kiara right wing, three, nothing but net. Kiara Grohl from downtown. It's 15-3. Rebels working the ball around well. There's a T7 Propane in Woodruff three-point shot for all your propane needs. 793-4208. That's 435-793-4208. Inside, Sadler, Slagowski. Nope, that was Lexi Taylor. Third time's a charm to get the name right. Taylor misses short off the front of the iron. Rebel rebound. Out to up ahead to Thompson. Rebels work it around. Kiara drives, floats it up, and misses too strong off the glass. She's fouled, though, by Lexi Taylor coming out to defend. Taylor wanted to draw the charge, but the official says blocking foul and sends Kiara Grohl back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line to shoot two. Grohl so far at the line, 2 for 2 in this game. And swish on her first attempt. Who had that last Rebel rebound, Rob? Just McKenna, thank you. Stacy, a couple of rebounds, couple of blocks already. 3 rebounds. Thank you, Rob Leifson. Running my camera. Our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Free throws also by Bear Lake Realty. Kiara swishes them both, and Grohl with a big first quarter. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points already. And the Rebels are on top 17-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We've talked about all the tough competition Rich has played this year. They're 2-7 against 2A or higher classification teams, including some 4A opponents from Wyoming and Green River, and 3A Mountain View and Lyman. Missed shot. Rebels come down with the rebound to Kiara Grohl. She'll drive and is bumped as she goes up for the shot, and will go back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Another Rebel rebound that I missed. Who pulled that one down? Oh, thank you. Manila with the rebound, but Rich with the steal. Another station in Randolph steal. Kiara Grohl at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Again, a swish. The foul this time was charged to Sylvie Anderson. There's one thing that Coach Clark Anderson talked about was that his team has a little bit of a penchant to get into foul trouble. They did so against Tabiona last week, and he thought it ended up pretty much costing them the game. 19-3 as Grohl's second free throw rims around, bounces, and then drops down through. It was a straight shot. Rebels on top by 16, 19-3 early on in the first quarter, brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. We've got about 1:40 left. Manila works it around, get it to Anderson underneath, and she's fouled as she goes up for the shot. And it'll be Julia Hopkin picking up a second personal foul. Talisha Larson also there defending. And Larson turned and made a face like she was the one that picked up the foul, but the official saw Julia's foul instead. Sylvie Anderson at the free throw line. Mustangs 1 for 2 so far in the game. Anderson misses front off the right iron, and it bounces out to the side. Allie Wallenstein checks into the game. She hit 5 threes in the JV's 54-21 win over the Mustangs. JV boys also won 61-39. They were down early, 21-12 or something along those lines, but came from behind and won big. Second free throw by Anderson. Back of the iron pops way out, and Kaylee Cornea chases it down. So the score remains 19-3 with the Rebels on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Kiara backs it out. We got Grohl, Cornea, Thompson, Wallenstein, and Talisha Larson in the ball game. Thompson goes free throw line. Wallenstein turns, one dribble, back to Kiara on the right wing. She'll dribble into the free throw line and kick it back again to Wallenstein. Thompson on the left wing now. 1:11 left to go in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Rebels working it around. Thompson at the free throw line, wanted to shoot, but the defense right on her. Good deep by Sydney Smith to fight through the screen. Wallenstein shoots from the free throw line. It's partially blocked. Cornea tries to save it, and she must have touched it before it came down out of bounds off of Rich with 58.1 seconds left to go in the first. Across the timeline, Abby Sadler. Rebels still in the 2-3 zone. Boy, it's worked so far. Why go away from it? Pass into the lane, knocked away, and Cornea with another station in Randolph steal. That's 6 Mustang turnovers. Quickly up ahead, looking for Talisha Larson and Collett. Tips that away and out of bounds. McKenna Stacy will check back in as Rich inbounds from the baseline. A Circle H Land Cattle Company inbound play. Roll looks and drops it into Talisha. Back on the give and go. Roll goes to the hoop, misses too strong off the glass. That shot was not blocked, but they're certainly altered on the shot, the release by Aspen Collett. She was the one who did the altering. Pass up ahead, Collett can't hold on, and Stacy picks up the loose ball. We'll give Stacy another station in Randolph steal into the corner. Kiara Grohl left side, 12-foot jumper is in. Nothing but net. 21-3. Rebels rolling in this first quarter. Allie Wallentine steps in front of another Manila pass. Wallentine all the way to the other end. After the station in Randolph steal, she's fouled with 5.2 seconds left to go in this Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Great anticipation by the sophomore, Allie Wallentine, and she earns a trip to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Back of the iron, front of the iron, pops out, no good. First missed free throw of the quarter for the Rebels. Wallentine, second free throw coming. That foul was charged to Sydney Smith, her first personal. Mustangs have 4 different players with 1 foul apiece. Wallentine's second free throw. Swishes through. Allie's got a point, and the Rebels lead 22-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Across the lane, Taylor has it tipped again by Wallentine, anticipating the pass. At 0.2 seconds left to go, it's deflected out of bounds. Manila has time to throw it in, tip it. That's about all they've got time for. Inbound to Sylvie Anderson. She shoots the 3. It's just short. I don't think it would have counted anyways. And at the end of 1, it's Rich 22, Manila 3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This first quarter has been brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all.
It's the 2018 mega sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 mega sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Back to Rebel basketball in the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Rebels against 1A opponents this year, scoring almost 49 a game, allowing 36. Against their other opponents, 2A and bigger, they are scoring 4 points less and allowing 18.5 points more. What that translates into is better play, and we're seeing that already in this Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Rebels on top 22-3. Cornea shoots from the right elbow, misses short off the glass, and the rebound pulled down by Taylor of Manila. They push up ahead. Nice jump shot from the baseline. Abby Sadler. That one bounces around the rim and rattles home. 22-5. First field goal for the Mustangs since Aspen Collett's offensive rebound and putback. Was that McKenna? Stacy with a quick bucket for Rich. And it's 24-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Just underway in the J-Bar Excavation second quarter. The Mustangs' first field goal came just 30 seconds, maybe a minute into the ball game, and their next field goal was about 30 seconds into the second quarter. Pass into the lane. Aspen kicks it back outside, and Coach Anderson calls for a timeout. That'll send us into a timeout as well. 24-5. Rebels on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. 6:58 left to go in the J-Bar Excavation second quarter.
This is Rebel senior Kayla Cornea with the coverage of Rich High Basketball on Rebel Radio KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Whenever you need dirt work, always think of J-Bar Excavation first. The professionals at J-Bar Excavation have all the right equipment and the experience to provide quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Serving customers for years, the team at J-Bar Excavation understands the area and will work with you to create exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today. J-Bar Excavation, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah.
One of our Rich County keys of the game was for the Rebels to outscore their opponents. And when Rich has done that this season, they're 5-0. When they get outscored in the first quarter, the Rebels are 1-7 this year. Let's take a real quick look again at that. Start strong. The Rebels certainly did tonight, outscoring the Mustangs 22-3 in the Pugstone Sporting first quarter. We're a minute into the J-Bar Excavation second quarter, and Rich leads 24-5. Taylor to the top of the key. Rebels stay in the 2-3 zone defense. Aspen Cullett dribbles to her right and kicks it back out to Anderson. Working it around. They find Cullett inside. Anderson on the right elbow. They work it around. Good quick passing by the Mustangs. Faked or thought about a shot did Sydney Smith, but then the defense gets there quickly. She passes it off. Sadler at the left wing to Cullett, who gets away with the travel, puts it up with the left hand and misses. And McKenna Stacy with a Rebel rebound. She'll push the tempo. Defense cuts her off, goes back outside to Cornea, and she's hit from behind. Sylvie Anderson reaching in to try and knock the ball away. Anderson picks up a second personal foul. Fifth Mustang team foul. Rebels with 2 team fouls. And Rich on top 24-5. Lauren Thompson to inbound from the baseline. A Circle H Line Cattle Company inbound play to Stacy in the corner, just short of the 3-point line. It rolls over the top, and Lauren Thompson with a Rebel offensive rebound. Stacy on the left wing fires to the right corner. Thompson back up top to Grohl. 2-3 zone defense for the Mustangs, with Anderson in the middle, floating out high to defend the high post. Kiera drives in, dishes off, and throws it away. Just the second Rebel turnover of the game by My Tally. Up the other way with the right-handed layup. Sydney Smith hits it, and it's 24-7. Rebel lead is down to, what's that, 17. McKenna Stacy drives in, ball knocked away. Third Rebel turnover of the game as Manila comes up with the ball. Heard a Rebel fan cry foul, but not enough contact there. Officials didn't see it that way. 5.5 left in this second quarter. Rebels on top by 17. Pass down inside, shot up, blocked. Call it the offensive board. Put back with the left hand is good. Off the glass and straight down through. 24-9. A little 4-0 Mustang run. Another turnover. Smith tips it up ahead to herself. Can't control the dribble at the free throw line. Then goes back out to call it. And it looks like she got away with another travel as she drove to the lane to the right block, put it up and in off the glass. 24-11. Mustangs on a tear. A 6-0 run. Rebels lob it inside for Stacy. It's tipped away from behind. I thought Stacy touched it last, but no. Anderson touched it last. Out of bounds off of the Mustangs. Rebel basketball. Hopkins checks into the game. And the Circle H Land Cattle Company inbound play coming up. Hopkins inbounds in the corner to Stacy. Back to Hopkins, and Anderson reaches in. Sylvie may have just picked up her third, and if they do indeed call it on her. And they do. That's 3 personal fouls on Sylvie Anderson. Another Circle H Land Cattle Company inbound play. That somehow threads the needle. Hopkins misses too high off the glass. Sadler, or Lexi Taylor rather, up ahead. Then saved by Sadler to Sydney Smith, who puts it in from the left side. Nothing but net. 24-13. An 8-0 run and another Rebel turnover. An errant pass up top. Sadler to the other end. Misses short. Stacy with the Rebel rebound. Kicks it out quickly to Grohl rather. Kiera goes across the lane. Cornea misses the shot. A bit too strong off the glass. Fight for the rebound. Lexi Taylor comes away with it. And the Mustangs have the basketball. High dribble by Collett. She goes through the D and misses. Short. McKenna Stacy with another Rebel rebound. Goes to Kiera up ahead all the way coast to coast, and she's fouled on the layup from the left side with the left hand. A fast pace. The Rebels took care of it really well in the first quarter. Just 1 turnover. But they've had 4 so far here in this second quarter. Brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. And it looks like Coach Lundgren wants to talk about it. We will keep it right here at Rich High School, a full timeout. So we'll take this chance to thank our camera sponsor, Bear Lake Realty. There's the Rebel Pep Band. Oh, they're sounding good. Been working on things. They're a little bit bigger this year than last. And it's the Rebel boys. They'll take the court to face the Mustangs, a 12-1 team. Coming up after this girls' game, the boys will be on the floor. Our camera is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. This is the fan cam. If you're looking for beachfront or room of the view, maybe a secluded mountain retreat, now is the time to buy and start enjoying beautiful Bear Lake. We've got a lot of great timeshare options there as well. Visit bearlakerealty.com. 24-13, Rebels led by as much as 22-3, 24-5, 19-point leads at a couple of different points. But the Mustangs, if Rich can hit some free throws, their run would end at 8-0, but an 8-0 run. And Kiara hits the first Bear Lake Realty free throw with a swish. Grohl has 14 points already in the ball game, 13 of those in the first quarter. The J-Bar Excavation second quarter, quality work on all kinds of projects, and Kiara with a swish on the second free throw as well, has 15 points, and Rich leads up again by 13. Sydney Smith gives left side. Lexi Taylor dribbles to her right, stops, pops the long three, and misses short off the front of the iron. Offensive rebound by Smith. She tries to dish off, and it's stolen. Another station in Randolph steal. Kiara up ahead to Smith, left side, good pass across the lane on the fast break. Smith finishes from the left side. That may be your top candidate for a Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play. The steal, the dish, and the finish. Here's another station in Randolph steal for Kiara Grohl, and she mishandles the dribble, double dribbles, and Rich turns it over for a fifth time. In this second quarter alone, after just one turnover in the first quarter. Stacy, Cornea, Hopkin, Grohl, and Smith on the floor. Rich switches, it looks like, to a man-to-man defense. 28-13. Pass across the top. Kiara knocks it back court, but it's chased down by Slagowski. Chloe dribbles to her right, gives to Collett, guarded by Hopkin. Collett again. Looks like she traveled there. Coach McKee thought the same thing as I did. I believe, to me, that should be 3 travels on Collett, but instead she finishes from the right side. And it's 28-15, a Rebel 13-point lead. Kiara gets away with a travel and dishes off to Cornea. Korn goes left corner. Stacy back to Cornea on the left wing. Top of the key. Manila stays in the 2-3 zone defense. Cornea drifts down, then kicks it back out to Stacy. Dish off to Smith, and they'll reset. Across the top, right wing to Cornea, or to Grohl rather. Skips it back to Cornea in the lane. Dishes off free throw line. Smith, one dribble, left corner. Stacy for the shot, and this one hits the front of the iron, bounces up high, and then drops down through. Stacy with 6 points in the ball game, and it's 30-15. Rich back up by 15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard with 2:18 left in the J-Bar Excavation second. Taylor throws it away. Slagowski was cutting out. Out toward the half of the midcourt line, and I think it was Taylor was cutting back down. Pass across the top for the Rebels. Cornea on the left wing. Looks left, looks right, goes left. Hopkin right back to Korn. 2 minutes left in this second quarter, and Rich on top 30-15. Grohl, long skip pass to Hopkin. Julia pulls the pass in, drives, bounces off to Smith, who finishes. That one rattles around and around and drops down through. And Rich leads 32-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Smith with 6 points. Lexi Taylor the other way has it stripped away, loses it. The Rebels come up with it, pushing. Cornea on the right side, bounces inside looking for Stacy. An errant pass. It was at her feet and bounces into the hands of Sylvia Anderson, who's wrapped up. Jump ball is called. Mountain Valley Cattle Company jump ball brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. And possession will give it to the Mustangs. Talisha Larson back into the game. I don't think we've seen Risha yet, have we? She was in there for a bit. So Talisha, along with Smith, Stacy, Cornea, and Grohl on the floor. Rebels up by 17. Mustangs with it. That's a Rebel. Let's mark that down. A 6th turnover of the quarter. Up top, Lexi Taylor dribbles right, gives off to Slagowski on the right wings, and then underneath Sadler. They work it around. Call it, bounces back out. Anderson, good quick ball movement. Free throw line jumper, short off the left side. Slagowski, or the Sadler with the offensive rebound. Lexi Taylor, the three, air-mailed. Offensive rebound by Call It. They go back up. Sadler misses over the top. And McKenna Stacy with another rebound, her fourth of the quarter. Kiera goes all the way to the other end, puts it up with the left hand. She's bumped, and will go back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Shot was short and off the glass. The foul charged to Chloe Slagowski, her second. Kiera Grohl back at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line to shoot two more. 2, 4, 6, 8. These will be free throws 9 and 10 of the game for Kiera. And she misses. That's her first Bear Lake Realty free throw miss. Front of the iron to the glass and bounced out to the right side. Grohl spins it, dribbles it twice, another spin. And this time misses again off the right side and rolled around to the left side and out. 32-15. Grohl was 8 for 8. Stacy steps in front for a station in Randolph steal, but as she comes down, she's on the sideline and gives it right back. So Manila will inbound from the sideline. Lauren Thompson checks in. Kiera gets a little bit of a breather. Thompson, Stacy, Cornea, Talisha Larson, and Amber Smith. The Rebels definitely outsized in height by this Mustang team. Right side, out on the wing, Taylor, or Slagowski rather, to Sadler. Picks up the dribble, gives to Taylor on the left wing. Lexi lobs inside, good ball movement. Anderson fouled as she goes up to shoot from the right side. Very nice pass, and Anderson is at the free throw line to shoot two. The foul charge to McKenna Stacy, her first. Anderson, 0 for 2 from the line, but knocks this one down. Back of the iron, straight down through. Sylvie has a second free throw coming. That's her first point of the game. She averages almost 8 per night. Second free throw from Anderson. Back of the iron, long rebound to Korn. Kaylee pulls down, I believe, her third rebound of the night. 23 seconds to go. Looks like the Rebels may play for the final shot here. Be a little patient. Cornea on the right wing. Back up top, Stacy with 16, 15, 14 seconds left in the J-Bar Excavation second quarter. Rebels work around. Korn, free throw line, back out to Stacy to reset 8, 7, 6. Korn to Stacy. McKenna drives, free throw line, dishes off to Talisha Larson. Her shot is blocked. Call It comes up with a rebound, and she and Stacy both end up on the floor as the buzzer sounds. And we end the first half. 32-16, Rebels with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. The second quarter has been brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. Quality work on all kinds of projects. Stay tuned. Our halftime show's coming up when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net. When you're buying and selling real estate, you want to work with an agent that knows the area and understands property values. You want to work with an agent that listens to what you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today. Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative.
Welcome back to Rich High School and our halftime show. Rebels jumped out to a 22-3 lead in the first 8 minutes. And the Mustangs battled back, outscoring Rich 13-10 in the second quarter. But Rich holds a 32-16 lead at the half on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich against Mustangs of Manila. Rebels looking to improve to 2-0 in the region. And the Mustangs looking for their first win. They've played just one other region game. We've got more of the halftime show, including some first half highlights brought to you by Town of Randolph when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the Town of Randolph. Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch, Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Region champion Rebel drill team performing here at the half. Rebels girls basketball team leads 32-16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels got 15 points from Kiera Grohl, 6 apiece from Amber Smith and McKenna Stacy, and Kaylee Cornea with 4 in the first quarter, the first 4 points of the game for Rich. Rebels also shot extremely well in that first half. I want to thank Rob Leifson for providing these stats for me. Rich, 10 of 20 from inside the arc, 50%. Also 1 of 2 from beyond the three-point line, 50% overall shooting, plus 9 of 12 from the free throw line. That's 75%. This season, the Rebels as a team, 48% from the free throw line. So things have come together tonight so far through 2 quarters. Rebels have been out-rebounded 15-13, but when you have just 1 turnover in the first quarter and score 22 points, shoot the way they did, makes it tough for an opposing team to keep up. Aspen Collett, 5 rebounds, 8 points to lead the Mustangs so far in this game. And but Rich has a comfortable lead, 32-16 at the half. Mustangs shot 7 of 21 from inside the arc, 33%. From outside, 0 for 2, 30% overall. And Coach Clark Anderson told me when what did he say? When the ball falls through the hoop, you win games more. Something along those lines. The game gets a lot easier when you make your shots. Well, that's certainly true. Rebels can attest to that tonight, shooting 50% and leading 32-16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Little CCR from the Rich Rebel pep band as the Rebels lead by 16. Some scores from earlier today. The Rebel boys freshman team had a very nice first quarter, but Manila came from behind, took a lead, and then held on to it. 53-50 was the final score in the freshman boys game. No freshman girls game. The JV girls won 54-21. Allie Walentine hit 5 threes. The JV boys came from behind. They were down early, had a rough first quarter, but pulled things together and won 61-39. At the half in the girls' game, Rich leads 32-16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We'll be back with more of the halftime show. These first half highlights have been brought to you by the town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Talisha Larson, and you're tuned into Rich High Hoops on Rebel Radio KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
It's the 2018 mega sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 mega sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
You've been tuned into the halftime show. Our first half highlights were presented by the town of Randolph. We had our Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. The Rebels got a steal. Kiera pushed it up court, found Smith across the lane for the finish. We'll keep our eyes open in this second half for the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game, plus the Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. The Randolph Country Store, we may be small, but we've got it all. 3-point shots in the game, just one made so far, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. We're underway in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Kiera Grohl fakes left, gives back to Lauren Thompson on the right wing. Rebels attacking right to left in this second half if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. 7:46 left to go in this Epic Recreation third quarter. Rebels with it first. Thompson dribbles to her right. Hopkin in the corner. Smith and Cornea also in there with Grohl. Hopkin on the right wing, kicks it over left wing to Grohl. Kiera skips it across to Thompson. Back up, they work it around. Hopkin finds a lane, misses just short. Anderson with the Manila Mustang rebound. Anderson had 1 point, a couple of rebounds in that first half, and Mustangs with the chance to strike first in this third quarter. Rich on top by 16, doubling up the Mustangs, 32-16. Up top, Hopkin almost knocks it away, but Slagowski, strong hands, pulls it back in. Now Kiera does knock it away. Goes up court, makes the layup from the left side off the glass, and she's fouled. Kiera, this season, prior to tonight's game, had attempted 33 free throws. In 13 games, what's that, 2.5 free throws a game tonight? She's 8 of 10 and has another one coming. the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. This is another candidate for your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. As Kiera Grohl spins it, he shoots it, and it's short off the front of the iron. Nice rebound by Aspen Collett of Manila. She's got 6 boards in the game. And Rich settles for a 34-16 lead. Grohl hit her first 8 free throws, has missed her last 2. Drive and a missed layup by Sydney Smith. Collett with the offensive board, kick it back out to Taylor for 3. That's too strong. Off the window, and Manila with another offensive rebound. Anderson looking to thread the needle inside, throws it away. Second turnover of the quarter, 15th of the game for the Mustangs. And Rich inbounds from the baseline. Thompson to Grohl. Kiera dribbles with the left hand across the timeline. 6:34 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Right wing, Thompson finds a lane, then kicks it back outside to Cornea. Kaylee goes right back in the corner. Rebels work it around. Kiera again to Korn on the right wing. She'll look back left wing to Grohl. Kiera looks inside against the 2-3 zone defense of the Mustangs. Kiera on the left wing fakes the shot, dishes off to Hopkin, back again to Grohl. Skips it across right wing to Cornea, down inside, and then to Lauren Thompson on the right corner, back up top. Rich works it around with 6 minutes left to Amber Smith, free throw line, turnaround jumper, too strong off the back of the rim, bounces high and then out. Aspen Collett a 7th rebound. Make it an 8th. And a travel for the Mustangs. Gives the ball right back to Rich and Manila when they've held on to it. And that's one thing that Coach Anderson told me is he said, when we can throw it, when we can have our girls throw it to our same team, we do pretty well. They've struggled with that tonight. 16 turnovers. Kiera high dribble to the right wing. Rebels work it around. Hopkin underneath, but dribbles around the defense, gets past Collett and puts it up and in. Hopkins' first points of the ball game. She averages almost 6 per night. Down the other way, Sadler misses. Rebel rebound. Kiera pushes up court, fires ahead to Cornea from the right side. Up a little too strong. Smith, the offensive Rebels rebound for Rich. To Cornea, or to Grohl rather, left corner. 10-foot jumper is good. Smith with the offensive rebound, giving the Rebels a second chance. Inside to Collett go the Mustangs. She's double team. Nope, now just single team and kicks it back outside to Smith. Sydney dribbles around, gives to Sadler. Free throw line to Collett. Turns, dribbles, tries to drive in. Nice pivot move with the left hand short, but she's fouled. Hopkin, the Rebel bench coaches exploded with O's as that foul was called. It was a nice move by Collett, and she'll head to the free throw line. Her first free throws of the night. And Julia thanks Rob with her 3rd personal foul. Collett back of the iron, straight down through. Has 9 points in the game. And again, Hopkin with 3 personal fouls. Really the only Rebel in foul trouble. I've got McKenna Stacy with one or two others with 1, and that's it. Collett's second free throw rattles home. She has 10 in the ball game. Mustangs were 2 of 6 before that free throw. Kiera gives off to Cornea just before a travel against a full court press, and Rich turns it over. Mustangs come up with it. They'll kick down inside. Smith dishes off to Collett. Too strong off the glass. Rebound Kiera. She turns and heads up court. Grohl with the defensive rebound to the left wing. Thompson long two. Pops out, up, and then pops down and rattles home. Lauren Thompson with her first bucket. And Rich is on top by 20, 38-18. Back the other way. Sadler misses just short. Ends up on the floor as she put everything into the shot. Rebels with the rebound. Kaylee Cornea for Rich. And as she's in traffic, can't get away. Rebels will take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
4:16 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Rebels against some full court press from Manila. Long pass ahead. Smith up to Hopkins. She'll go to the hoop and is fouled from the right side. And Hopkins earns a trip to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Foul charged to Chloe Slagowski, and that's her 4. So Slagowski with 4, Anderson with 3. Hopkins misses off the right side. Another Bear Lake Realty free throw coming for Julia. Stacy back into the ball game. McKenna 6 points, 7 rebounds in the first half. Hopkins' second free throw, too strong, back of the iron, long rebound. Amber Smith pulls down the offensive rebound, gives it out to Kiera. Rebels go across the lane. McKenna's pass is deflected into the underside of the glass, or underside of the hoop, and into the hands of the Mustangs. Rebels' second turnover of the quarter. Score remains 40-18, Rich on top as Manila works it around. Rich deflects it out of bounds. Mustang basketball out in the corner. Mustangs attacking left to right, and they'll inbound from that far left corner. Jackie Leifson checks into the game for the first time tonight as Manila inbounds to call it. Back up top, and then inside again to call it, and she walks. Tried to pivot around, got a little bit of a bump. Not enough for the foul. 3:48 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rich with the basketball. Grohl, Leifson, Smith, Stacy, and Hopkins on the floor. Pass up top is stolen by Smith. Up court, she loses the dribble and then just hands it right back to Kiera. Grohl up the left side, got away with a push-off, fires up to Stacy at the free throw line, dishes inside, wraparound pass to Hopkins, who's fouled and comes up short on the shot. Aspen Collett will pick up the foul. And that's Collett's first. So Julia Hopkins back at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line where she's 0 for 2 so far in the ball game. And this one rattles home. Hopkins with a second free throw coming. And this one rattles home as well. Julia with 4 points in the ball game, all here in the third quarter. Rich leads 42-18 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And will our internet come back? Looks like it will. Pass down inside. Did you see who scored that, Rob? Number 2? We'll credit that to Sydney Smith as I'm checking on our internet and seeing what's going wrong. Dropping a lot of frames here. We may have to switch over to our hotspot. Rebels go left corner, 42-20 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Internet back for the moment. We'll keep an eye on. Rebels with the basketball. Apologies, my internet that I'm using here at Rich High School just died and had to get things worked out to get things going again. And Rich with another 2-point basket. I missed who that was. Did you see, Rob? Julia Hopkins with her 6 points in the quarter. Back the other way after Collett missed a shot. Rebels were turned and Kiera Grohl was fouled by Lexi Taylor, her third personal foul. Grohl with 3 rebounds in the quarter. Stacy inbounds into the right corner. Got it off to Wallenstein, back up top to Kiera. Rebels showing some patience here, leading 46-22 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hopkins, 3 from the left wing, goes over the top. Mustangs with the rebound. They push up court. Sadler underneath on the right side, and it hangs on the rim. Bounce, 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 and out. Rebels with the rebound. Smith gives to Grohl, up ahead to Stacy. McKenna lob, skip pass across to Kiera. She'll hesitate and then shoot and drain the 3. Another T7 Propane and Woodruff 3-pointer for Kiera Grohl, her second of the ball game. And Rich extends the lead out to 49-22 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. To the right wing, Smith Shot up is a bit short. Stacy pulls down the Rebel rebound. Her 9th of the ball game. Rebels push the other way. Smith goes high off the glass, a little too high. Hopkin the offensive rebound. Her shot, her putback is way off target. It may have been bumped from underneath, but no foul call. This time expires in the third quarter. 49-22. Rebels with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard heading into the final period. Rich with a big lead on this presentation of Rebel basketball and the wildlife at mylocalradio.com. This third quarter has been brought to you by Epic Recreation.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Welcome back to Rich High School in fourth quarter action presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Stacy, Larson, that's Risha, Cornea, Hopkin, and who's the 5th out there? Stacy drives, floats it up. Oh, it's Wallenton. Misses. It rimmed around and popped out. And Collett with the rebound for the Mustangs. Quickly up ahead. They work against some pressure from Rich, but get it up there. Sadler out on the left wing, bounces inside. Hopkins steps in front for a station in Randolph steal. Julia goes up court, dishes off to Cornea on the right wing. 7.5 left to go in this ball game. This fourth quarter, again brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Risha Larson, 3, just short. Bounces over the top and into the hands of Collett. Aspen Collett to double digits in rebounds, I believe. She's at just about a double-double. 11 rebounds plus the 10 points. Collett having a nice night. Way out in the corner, Slagowski gets it off to Anderson. We didn't see Sylvia a lot in that third quarter because of foul trouble. Pass deflected. Stacy comes up with it, tiptoes the baseline and stays in. Heads up court, fires across to Risha, back outside. Cornea, all alone, just dribbles it back to reset the offense. Risha on the left wing again to Cornea. Under 7 to go. Risha again, left wing, 3. This one off the front of the iron. Stacy fights for the rebound, then saves it. No, didn't quite get it on the baseline. 6:38 left to go. The Rebels can't pull in the offensive rebound, and Manila will take over with Rich on top, 49-22 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Taylor across the timeline, guarded by Allie Wallenstein, and a man-to-man. Rich started this game in a 2-3 zone. They've gone to man-to-man and been that way for most of the rest of this game. Stacy pokes the ball loose, chases it to the sideline, just out of bounds. 6:24 left to go. Rebel boys will take the court after this. Both Rebel boys and Manila undefeated in region play. Rebels just 1-0, but Manila 2-0 with wins over Mount Vernon and Tabiona. Sylvia Anderson way out high on the right wing, guarded by Hopkin. Dribbles to her right, pick and roll, looking inside. Wallenstein deflects it. Lexi Taylor saves it, but steps out of bounds before she gets there. And the Mustangs with a 23rd, make it 22nd turnover of the night. Stacy crosses the timeline. Rebels attacking right to left from our view at mylocalradio.com. Inside the lane, Hopkin gets by the D, puts it up, count the basket and the foul. Hopkin with the chance for the three-point play. And we'll count this as a candidate for the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game if Hopkin can finish off the three-point play. Julia had 6 points in the third quarter. The free throw rims around and out. Allie Wallenstein with the offensive rebound for Rich. Kicks it out to Risha. Airballs the 3. And Rich fouls after Anderson pulled down the Manila rebound. Rebels on top, 51-22. Rich jumped out to a 22-3 lead in the first quarter and has cruised from then on. Mustangs made a run at them early in the second quarter. Manila went on an 8-0 run, but that was as close as they would get, was 11 points. It was 24-13. Sadler. Now we still have almost 6 minutes to play. Out on the right wing, Slagowski, a couple of dribbles, ball poked away, it's on the floor, and we'll have a jump ball brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Possession arrow will keep it on this end with Manila. Slagowski to inbound from just in front of the scores table. And she'll go into Sadler. Abby dribbles to her left, double switching on screens. With a man-to-man defense, and good switch. Risha Larson picks up Slagowski on the baseline and fouls. Reaches in as Slagowski tried to pass to Anderson. And Risha picks up her first personal, I believe. Rebel third team foul, inbound from the baseline. Coach Anderson asks for a timeout. We'll take one as well in this fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Talisha Larson, and you're tuned into Rich High Hoops on Rebel Radio KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Fourth quarter is brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Manila with the inbound play. Slagowski goes in underneath to Anderson, who fades away and misses over the top, too high off the glass. McKenna Stacy with the Rebel rebound up ahead. Risha Larson goes up over Collett, misses too strong back of the iron. McKenna Stacy, another rebound for Rich, and McKenna's got to be at 10 or 12 rebounds. 10. Shot from the left corner. Walentine misses short. Rebel rebound. Stacy back up and in. And Rich leads 53-22 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Sadler drives, loses the dribble. It's out of bounds. Rebel basketball. Got Manila with 24 turnovers in the ball game. Rich at 12. Had 1 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, then just 4 in the third, and knock on wood, none so far here in the fourth with 2 minutes, 7 seconds gone by. Leifson inbounds to Risha in the corner. Double team comes on a full court press. Lauren Thompson dribbles to her right into some traffic. Back left, splits the D, gets up court. Ahead to Larson. Risha to the corner, or Talisha rather, to the corner. And she's bumped and fouled. A 6th Mustang team foul. Gives the Rebels a Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play. From the baseline, the foul charge to Abby Sadler, her first personal. And Rich will inbound. Lauren Thompson looks to inbound, goes to Talisha, right corner. Leifson back to Thompson, right corner three. This one a bit long. No, it's in there. Back of the iron, straight down through. 56-22. T7 Propane and Woodruff three-pointer from Lauren Thompson, who has 5 in the game. Left wing, here's the answer. The three-pointer from Lexi Taylor. She was knocking them down in pregame warm-ups and shows she can do it in the game too. 56-25. As Lauren Thompson again tries to split the D, and Ashton Collett, a little bit of a hip check it looked like, called for the foul with the body. That's Collett's second personal and puts Rich on the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1 Bear Lake Realty free throws. Lauren Thompson, who just knocked down the 3. 9 of 14 this season, 64% from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line for Lauren. Takes a few dribbles, eyes the target, shoots back to the iron, too strong. Abby Sadler, the rebound on the missed free throw. Manila has it. Collett up court, top of the key, lobs inside. Walentine deflects it, but into the hands of Anderson, back out in the left corner. Nice pass to a cutting Smith, misses the shot over the top. Collett with the offensive rebound, and her putback is blocked. Walentine pulls in the loose ball after the block. Allie across the timeline for Rich, right to left in this fourth quarter. Under 4 minutes to go. Rich just a few more minutes away from improving to 2-0 in Region 22. Leifson with a nice move. Gets to the hoop, puts a little too strong off the glass. Call it the defensive rebound from Manila. Up ahead, Manila pushing. Sadler from the left side hits, and she's fouled. Abby Sadler for Manila with a chance for the three-point play. And Aspen Collett continues to rip those rebounds down. Kim Nye checks back into the game for the Rebels. It's Nye, Larson, Leifson, and Thompson on the floor. Sadler short on the free throw. Sylvia Anderson, offensive rebound. No, Nye rips it away. We'll give Nye the rebound on that play. Risha Larson starts up court, then dishes off to Thompson. 56-27, Rebels up by 29. Leifson tries to drive, poked away, and out of bounds by Collett. Circle H Land and Cattle Company inbound play from the baseline. Leifson will inbound. Jackie looks in, bounces for Talisha. And the defense, boy, that was just a combination of timing that Leifson had bounced it out toward the sideline. The defense shrunk in away from Larson, away from where that pass was going, and Larson kind of lost her balance. And that's the first Rebel turnover of the fourth quarter by my tally. Sydney Hatch over to the scores table. She'll check in. Lexi Taylor drives up with the left hand and in. Nice drive and finish by Taylor, who has 5 points in the quarter. Rich in a little trouble. Risha gives back to Thompson. Lauren dribbles to her right, back to her left, then to her right again. Crosses the timeline, and a poke, a reach in by Sylvie Anderson will give her a fourth personal foul. And put the Rebels at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Lauren Thompson with a 1-and-1. Lauren, 5 points in the second half. 0 for 1 from the free throw line so far tonight, but again, about a 64% free throw shooter. Spins it, couple of dribbles, spins again, and delivers. This one's swish, nothing but net. Lauren with 6 points in the game and a second Bear Lake Realty free throw on the way. 2:55 left to go in this this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, count on us to care. Second free throw by Thompson, rattles and pops out. Rebound to Brooke Guyman, who just checked into the ball game. Mustangs head up court. They lob it, got down to the corner, kicked it back outside. Lexi Taylor starts a drive, and she's fouled. And did they call that on Leifson? Jackie's first personal. 57-29. Rebels on top with 2:42 to go. And Fallon Johnson checks into the game. Talisha Larson heads to the bench. A young lineup in there, except for Leifson and Nye, two seniors on the floor. I guess Risha's still in there, so three seniors on the floor, along with Sydney Hatch and Fallon Johnson. Ball squirts out. It pops free. It's wrapped up, and a jump ball. Slagowski and Hatch were wrapped up. Possession arrow says Rich. There's another forced turnover, 25 in the ball game for the Mustangs. 2.5 left to go in this one. Mustangs came into the game at 9-3, but 0-1 in the region. They lost a pretty close one last week to Tabiona. And if you compare scores, I mean, obviously Rich will play Tabiona twice this year, and that's where we'll decide who the region champ is. But just comparing scores, Rich looks like shouldn't have too much trouble with Tabiona. Now that's what it looks like. That's I'm sure not what will happen, as Kim Nye was fouled and heads to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. That's 9 team fouls, so we'll be in the double bonus after this. Nye's first, good, nothing but net. Nice looking shot from Kim Nye. Good arch on that shot. And Kim earns a second Bear Lake Realty free throw. I've got her this season 2 of 4 in the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Sydney Hopkins checks in as well for Risha Larson. So you've got Hopkins, Hatch, Johnson, Nye, and Leifson on the floor, with the Rebels on top by 29 and Kim Nye at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. A second free throw delivered by the Southpaw is off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Slagowski of Manila. 29-point Rebel lead with 2:13 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Good pass across the lane, but nice recovery defense by Fallon Johnson, and then a pass up top is out of bounds. Oh boy, Sydney Smith just went down, just collapsed to the floor, and immediately whistles are blown to stop play. Manila threw the ball away, but boy, the bigger concern right now Cam Jarman rushes out onto the court as a medical personnel. I hope she didn't hit her head. And a hush in the gymnasium. We'll take an injury timeout and hope that Sydney Smith is okay. 2:07 left to go in this ball game. And suddenly a much bigger concern arises than who wins this game.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
Randolph is...
Well, boy, Sydney Smith just turned to head up court, collapsed. She was looked at, she was talked with, she got up on her own power and walked out of the gymnasium looking slightly embarrassed. And frankly, boy, I just pray that she's all right. She looked to be okay, and hope that everything's fine. It's 58-29, Rebels on top with 2 minutes left to go. Rich with the basketball. Leifson on the right wing. Looks right, looks left, nowhere to go with it, and just about throws it away, but Nye comes up with it. Now it does squirt loose, out of bounds to Manila. That pressure coming out on the perimeter gave Rich some trouble there. Second turnover of the quarter. And under 2 minutes to go in this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth period. Out on the right wing, Allie Platt, the junior. Manila works it around. Camille Browning, Cannell rather. Slagowski. Lexi Taylor drives with the left hand, goes all the way under the basket, bounces across to Platt. Her pass up top is taken away by Kim Nye. She'll go all the way to the other end. Gets a little too far under the hoop with that extra dribble and misses short. Slagowski with the Manila rebound. 1:15 left to go. Rebels get back into their 2-3 zone defense. They went to a man defense there in the third quarter, beginning of the fourth for a little while, but the zone 2-3 has been very effective for the most part. Slagowski out on the left wing. Couple of dribbles, Leifson out on her. Across the top, Lexi Taylor. Manila has averaged almost 46 points a game. Rebels have held them to well below that. Inside, Brooke Guyman, her shot blocked by Sydney Hatch, and the Rebels come down with the basketball. Under 40 seconds to go in this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Leifson right corner to Hopkin. Rebel JV girls won 54-21. Varsity girls will win here. Final score may change a little bit before time runs out, but with the Rebels on top 58-29, Rich just wanting to run the clock. Pass across to Kim Nye. She mishandles it, but chases it down. It was a high pass, and good adjustment by Kim. Not quite your Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game, but a nice adjustment nonetheless. Leifson with 7-6. Jackie dribbles back, backs it out. Defense comes out to pressure. Jackie dribbles to her right with 2-1, loses it out of bounds. 0.4 seconds to go. Manila will take over, and no wrong done there by Leifson, just trying to dribble out the final few seconds. Manila will inbound. Rich will win 58-29. There's the final horn. Shot is short at the buzzer. And Rich wins by 29 points to improve to 2-0 in Region 22 play. The Mustangs dropped to just 9-4 on the season. That's still a very nice record, but 0-2 in the region. We'll take a quick break and be back. Continue to hope that Sydney Smith is okay. And we'll be back with a quick post-game show and then the Rebel Boys pregame when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Whenever you need dirt work, always think of J-Bar Excavation first. The professionals at J-Bar Excavation have all the right equipment and the experience to provide quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Serving customers for years, the team at J-Bar Excavation understands the area and will work with you to create exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today. J-Bar Excavation, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Rich Rebel basketball. Normally we'd have a real quick Freaky Fast recap brought to you by Jimmy John's. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. But given the time and what we've got to get through on our post-game show and then the Rebel Boys pre-game show, we'll skip that Freaky Fast recap. We'll give it to you in the post-game of the boys game. Rebel girls win a very solid win, a dominant win, 58-29, the final score on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich was led by Kiara Grohl's 22 points, McKenna Stacy's 10 points, 10 rebounds. Amber Smith and Lauren Thompson both had 6 points apiece as well, and Julia Hopkin finishes with 8. Rebels improved to 2-0 in Region 22 play. The Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game came in the second quarter. Rebels were on top 28-13 or 26-13 at that point, and came away with a steal. The pass went up ahead to Kiara Grohl, who drove all the way close to the hoop, then dished across the lane to Amber Smith for the bucket on the left side. That put Rich up 28-13, and that's your play of the game. The Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. Let's give that to Lauren Thompson's 3 in the fourth quarter. Rebels were just being patient, trying to work the clock, and Lauren knocked down a 3 to make it 56-22 at that point. It was a pretty shot from Lauren. The play was set up for Thompson, and she made good. Finished with 6 points, including that Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. The Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game came in the second quarter. The Rebels were struggling a bit. They'd failed to score a field goal in a couple of minutes. They'd allowed an 8-0 run. They had also turned it over about 5 times through that, about midway through the second quarter. Manila was within 9 points, 24-13. Rich took a timeout and quickly came out, attacked, went back to an aggressive style of play. Kiara got to the free throw line, made both free throws, and from that point on in the second, well, not from that point on, but Rich went on a quick 4-0 run and extended that lead back out to 13. Back out to 15 points at 28-13. So that was a nice adjustment the Rebels made to take that timeout, regroup, get aggressive again, and that's brought to you by Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. Now, we've got the Town of Laketown Rebel Sports Update. That's coming up in the boys' game. We'll talk with Sydney Muirbrook, a member of the region champion Rich Rebel drill team. But right now we need to move ahead in our Rebel basketball coverage to the boys' game, Rich versus Manila. So stay tuned. We'll take just a brief, not necessarily a moment of silence. We will be silent for just a moment as we switch over to the boys' broadcast and our Gary H. Tusher C. show.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
Welcome back to Rich High School and the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show here on KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. The Rebel girls with a dominant win, 58-29 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Jumping over to the boys game and our scene set on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. The Rebel boys coming in at 9-3. They're 1-0 in Region 22 play and coming most recently off a win against Duchesne, 58-49. Rebels came from behind to win that game. They were down at the half and down at the end of the third, 41-38, but ended up winning 58-49 after outscoring the Eagles 20-8 in the fourth quarter. So Rich 9-3, 1-0 in the region. The Mustangs, though, we can do you one better. 12-1 this season, 1-0 in the region. Coach Mike Hughes of the Mustangs admittedly says, we haven't played as tough a schedule as the Rebels have, but they've got some good wins on the schedule. Win over the UNA JV team. They beat Merritt Academy. They beat a couple of teams from Colorado that looked fairly solid in Rangeley and Hayden, Colorado. And then a win over Tabiona last week, plus what Coach Hughes called his best win of the season, his team's best win of the season. The Mustangs beat Snake River, Idaho, which was one of the top-ranked teams in Idaho, and the Mustangs beat them 65-29. Manila scoring a lot of points this season. The girls are. The boys averaging almost 67 points per contest. They've also been very good defensively, allowing just 37.5 per game. And there's really no teams to compare. They have not played any common opponents as the Rebels have. The Mustangs, as we look back briefly into the history of Manila, 2 state titles in their history. Scott Taylor coached the Mustangs to two consecutive 1A titles in 2004 and 05. More recently, though, they've struggled. 13-8 last year, just 2-6 in the region, and lost in the play-in game to Paiute. The year before, just 6-15 overall, lost to Bryce Valley in the play-in game, and the year prior to that, they went 6-18, 2-6 at region, in the region, and 0-2 at state. Their last win in the state tournament was in 2010. They beat West Ridge Academy 64-52. In consolation bracket play there in 2010 state tournament. So it's been a few years since Manila even had an appearance or made a little noise, I should say, at the state tournament. But this Manila team this year looks to be much improved. They've got some shooters, they got some big boys down inside, and it looks like they're very balanced. They're very young as well, so they'll be good for a couple of years to come. Now, the last time these teams met, a couple of times last year, Rich had no trouble with Manila, taking down the Mustangs 68-45 at Manila on January 6th, and then winning at home. 13 different Rebels scored en route to a 73-36 victory. The Rebels scored 38 points in the first half of that game, added 20 more in the third quarter, and dominated. Nick Jarman had 16 points, 11 rebounds. Payson Willis graduated. He's on a mission now, but he was dominant against Manila last year. 26 points and 11 rebounds at Manila, 20.7 rebounds at home versus the Mustangs. So the Rebels will have to find a way to replace Willis's scoring to beat the Mustangs tonight. Looking back at the history between these two teams, and this will be real quick because we've got to move along in our Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Rich is on an 8-game winning streak against Manila, and going back to the 02-03 season, the Rebels are 24-4. In those 8 games, that 8-game winning streak for the Rebels against Manila, Rich has outscored the Mustangs by an average of 64-37. That's your pregame show, your scene set. Our pregame show is brought to you by Gary H. Tusher, CPA for all your accounting needs. We're going to jump ahead and move along in our quick pregame show and hear from our coaches when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
This is Rich Rebel head basketball coach Ashley Brown here on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and we're about 15 minutes away from the opening tip here on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show.
Welcome to the Ashley Brown Coaches Show, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, 435-793-4208. It's another region game for the Rich Rebel boys basketball team. They come into this one at 9-3, and the last 8 meetings against the Manila Mustangs have been all Rebels. Rich has won those last 8 games against Manila by an average score of 64-37. But the Mustangs come into this game at 12-1. They beat Tabby last week, and they're looking tough. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Mike Hughes, and then we'll talk to Rebel head man Ashley Brown and get his thoughts on tonight's game. You're tuned in to Rich High School basketball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Ryan Steineckert with Coach Mike Hughes of the Manila Mustangs. Coach, how's your season going so far? 12-1, looking good.
Yeah, so far so good. We haven't played near as tough a schedule as what Rich has played, but I feel like the boys are heading in the right direction.
Tell me about some of the better wins so far on the schedule.
To be honest, our best win was probably last week against Snake River, Wyoming. They were ranked number 3 in the state, and we probably played our best game of the year and got them pretty good. The night before that, we played over at Tabiona, got a close win. Tabiona played really well, played really physical. First time our school's won over there in probably 30-something years. So,
folks have been seeing the talent coming up in Manila for a few years. You're finally getting to that point where you're competing. The physicality, the guys are getting old enough to really play well with other teams.
Yeah, we still start 3 sophomores, but we've known this group was going to be pretty good for a long time now, and the game's just getting easier as they get older, get a little more physically mature.
How do you beat Rich tonight on their home court?
Got to do a lot of things right. If we out-rebound Rich, it'll be the first time in school history that we've ever done that. So I think if we can control the boards, we should be able to compete.
Control the boards. Anything else?
Stop that big guy in the middle. It's pretty tough.
He's a tough one. Coach, anything else we should touch on?
No, thanks for doing what you do.
Mike Hughes, thanks so much for your time. Good luck tonight against Rich and the rest of the season.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Our pregame show, our coaches show rather, is brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208. That's T7 Propane in Woodruff. Stay tuned. We'll talk with Coach Ashley Brown after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Ryan Steineckert with Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels. Coach, a pretty solid weekend. The win over ICS at their place in region play, and then you come home and come from behind to beat Duchesne.
Yeah, we had 2 good games. ICS, I thought our kids did a great job for 4 quarters defending and running our stuff. And then against Duchesne, we struggled in the second quarter. I think we only scored 4 points. We were pretty passive on offense and weren't willing to take the ball to the hole. And, we came out after halftime and switched our defense a little bit and ran a zone and trapped them a little. And the kids got more aggressive, and they did a good job of coming back and getting a good win.
Duchesne put a lot of focus on, and all teams are going to do this, on Nick Jarman. Kenan Clark stepped up in a big way Saturday night.
We went to a high-low there and started with Nick being the guy that we were going to pass it to down low, and they just always had a help guy there, so we switched it a little bit, and Kenan, we put him underneath, and he did a great job of catching the ball, turning around, and scoring it.
You got a big week this week, another region game, and what maybe looks like one of the top teams in the region, maybe you and Manila.
This is a huge game. It's at our place, and like you say, it could be for first and second in our region as far as what's happened so far. So big game against Manila, and they're very good. They shoot the ball well. They got a big kid inside, so it's going to be a challenge, and our kids are going to have to play well.
Do you feel like you'll match up well with them?
Yeah, with Nick in the middle, he'll match up good with their big kid, and and then our guards on the perimeter should be able to stay in front of their kids and contest shots, and if they do that, hopefully we give ourselves a chance to win.
Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels, thanks for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Okay, thank you.
This has been the Ashley Brown Coaches Show, presented by T7 Propane in Woodruff. Call 435-793-4208 for all your propane needs. We'll be right back with more of the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
When you need to hire a semi, Sabey Trucking in Woodruff, Utah is the place to call. Scott and Diana Sabey have been serving customers across the nation since 2007. It's important to know that your loads are being handled professionally by honest, reliable drivers. The team at Sabey Trucking reminds you, safety first. Don't text and drive. For all your long haul and short haul needs, get it there safely and on time. Call today, Sabey Trucking, 435-503-0454.
We're going to jump right into your keys of the game, brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. 1, the golden rule, ball is gold, take care of it. Rebels have got to limit turnovers. 2, battle of the boards. You heard Coach Mike Hughes say it. If they can win the battle of the boards, they feel like they'd have a good shot tonight. And number 3 is the law firm. That's Paulison, Potter, and Lucio. Those 3 average 43 of the team's 67 points a game. That's 64% of Manila scoring from those 3 guys. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. Real quickly, your starting lineups. The visitors. Starters are sophomore Garrett Slaw, junior Garrett Potter, senior Burke Paulison, sophomore Jordan Lucio, and sophomore Tanner Anderson. I told you about the scoring of Potter, Paulison, and Lucio. Rebel starters are Cameron Calder, Aaron Smith, Jordan Cook, Nick Jarman, and Porter Weston, all seniors for this Rich Rebel starting lineup. And those starters are brought to you by the town of Woodruff Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, Jason Peterson, and Secretary Lisa Bell. Time for your Independent Software Solutions opening tip-off for all your business computer needs. Visit iss-providers.com and go to Independent Software Solutions. Your opening tip is won by the Mustangs. And they'll start out on the left wing, stepping up and launching the 3 and knocking it down, Tanner Anderson. Rebels a little scrambled defensively. Don't figure it out until it's too late. The Mustangs are on top 3-0. And we lost our scoreboard camera. We'll try to figure that out here in a moment. Rebels bounce inside. Porter to Jarman, back outside. Cook in the lane, floats it up, can't get it to go off the left side. Paulison the rebound for the Mustangs, who already lead 3-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Let me see if I can get that working again here, and there we go. Mustangs throw it away, looking to go inside, an early turnover. Let's run through how Rich inbounds a quick goods on the wood, brought to you by Ned and Tammy Calder. Rebels are the home team in the home whites, Mustangs in the road blacks. Rich attacking left to right in this first half. A big crowd, full bleachers on both sides of the court as Aaron Smith drains a 3, nothing but net, and we're tied on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Good ball movement by the Rebels. And we are tied at 3. Out on the right wing, working it around. Left side to Slaw, bounces or throws inside. Lucio around with the right hook shot is, right-handed hook shot is good. And the Mustangs lead back on top 5-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Calder to Smith at the top of the key. Aaron dribbles to his, passes to his right, long skip pass. Calder bounces inside looking for Jarman, ball knocked away, he gets it back. And from the short corner left side, it rims around off the glass down through. We're tied at 5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Slaw across the timeline, Mustangs attacking right to left in this first half on mylocalradio.com. Paulison backs in and Smith strips it away. A station in Randolph steal. Aaron looks left, goes right. Calder misses. Porter Weston with the offensive rebound. Put back, bounces around and pops out. No good. Lucio with the rebound, and he's a big rebounder. 9 rebounds per game. Double station in Randolph steal does not result in the bucket, and we're still tied at 5. Right corner. Faking with the left-handed 3 is Garrett Potter. He'll give down in the corner to Anderson. Ball stripped away. Cook comes up with it on the floor. Another station in Randolph steal for Rich. Aaron Smith up to the right corner. Calder attacks, bounces in for Jarman, but then throws it away. Potter with this steal. Potter came from the backside and stole it away. Garrett Potter up across the timeline. Left side to Slaw. Follows a screen around the top. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Dish off, Potter the long three, well short. Cook with the rebound. Jordan up court, floats in the lane. His shot is rejected, but Jarman is there for the rebound and the putback off target. And the Mustangs pull down the rebound. Off the right side, Jarman's shot. Drive by Potter up off the glass, and he lays it up and in. 7-5, Rebels trail the Manila Mustangs. Smith, right side, Cook steps up, launches the three, misses short. Jarman skies and got a hand on it, but the rebound pulled down by Anderson of the Mustangs. Slaw up to Anderson on the left wing, fakes the three, drives in. Weston strips it out of bounds. And good hands by Porter Weston. He gets a high five from a couple of teammates. Mustangs will inbound from the baseline. Slaw checks out. And Branham, I believe, Caleb Branham just checked in, the senior. Potter to inbound, threads the needle into Branham. He'll give a fake, then shoot, and Jarman swats that one away. Nick comes down with the loose ball. Up ahead, Aaron Smith goes strong. Through Branham, count the basket. Smith is fouled. Branham wanted to draw the charge, but instead he's called for the blocking foul. First foul of the ball game, 4:27 left in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Aaron Smith at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, shooting one, and completes the three-point play. Early candidate for the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. Aaron with the and one, swishes the free throw home. And Rich has its first lead of the ball game, 8-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Out on the right wing, Anderson, Lucio, the long three from straight away, way off to the right, and Kinnan Clark hustles in and pulls in the rebound. Rich goes up ahead. Cook to Smith out on the left wing. Aaron dribbles to the back near the timeline and then gives off, and Rich works it around. Aaron on the right wing wanted the three. Ball popped away. He gets it back and gives to Calder in the right corner. Skip pass up top. Fire inside. Clark outside. Calder for three. Misses from the corner. It goes over the top and out off the front of the rim. Mustangs had good box out, and Rich could not track down the rebound. Anderson will check in. Cook gets a breather. 3:50 left to go in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter, and the Rebels in a tight one, 8-7. Rich on top by one. Inbound, Branham will bring it across the timeline. Averages 3 rebounds and a couple of steals per game. Lucio at the free throw line, guarded by Anderson in the man-to-man. Anderson gets the handoff, dribbles left, then gives to Paulison underneath, who goes up strong and hits. Good screens underneath. Jarman couldn't get over on the defense. And Mustangs retake the lead 9-8. Smith fakes a pass left, looks back to his right, couple of dribbles, 2-3 zone defense from the Mustangs. Aaron bounces to Anderson, who goes down inside, and Clark with a turnaround jumper, and that's good with a swish. Kinnan had a career night against Duchesne the other night. 17 points, 6 or 7 rebounds, and 3 or 4 blocks to help the Rebels to the win over the Eagles. Here's the long three. This one is short, and Jarman pulls in the Rebel rebound. That one hit the front of the rim and bounced over the top. Smith, left wing to Anderson. Rebels work it around in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Rich on top by one, 10-9. Clark back to Smith. Aaron looks left, goes left corner. Calder back up top. Aaron thinks about and takes the long three. This one rattles and pops out. Jarman the offensive rebound. He's swatted from behind, and the Mustangs take over. Lucio travels through the lane, shoots and misses, but he's fouled. The foul charged to Aaron Smith, I believe. Yep. Aaron picks up his first, and Lucio is at the free throw line to shoot 2. Jordan Lucio averages 14.5 per game, plus 9 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 assists. And he hits the first of 2 free throws to tie us up at 10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard and in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Scoreboard as Lucio misses the second one off the glass. Calder pulls down a Rebel rebound. Rebels go inside. Calder all the way to the hoop, goes over Paulison. Got to be a foul or a block or a charge, one or the other. But missed shot. Mustangs work it around. 3-point shot is an air ball from the corner by Garrett Slaw. Branham gets the offensive board, kicks it back out to Potter, who misses, and Jarman skies high and rips one down. Tied at 10, Rebels have the basketball. Smith, left wing, looks up top, then does go to Anderson. 2-3 zone still for Manila. 1:50 left in this Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Clark, Anderson to Smith at the top of the key, dribbles right, kicks it right corner. Calder rather, bounces inside for Jarman. He'll turn, shoot the hook. His arm was hit, it looked like, by Paulison, but no foul called. Lucio fires ahead. A fastball is just a little outside, and the Mustangs give it back to Rich. That's 4 turnovers in the quarter for Manila. I've got Rich with just 1. But Rebels have missed some shots in this first quarter that they certainly did not miss last Friday night at ICS, and that credit the Mustang defense for a lot of that. 1:25 left in the first. Cook across the timeline. Jordan, Rebel leader in assists per game, 3.3. Aaron Smith right there at 3.3 as well. Jarman receives the entry pass, turns, shoots, it rattles and pops out. Rebels fight for the rebound. Cook thought it was hit out of his hands. One official says Manila. The closer official says Rebel basketball. They discuss, they confer, and they'll give it to Manila. So Potter inbounds to Slaw. We're tied at 10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Both teams have gone cold over the last couple of minutes after a hot start by both. Mosley gives right corner to Slaw. Anderson goes for the steal. Lucio step back three is short, but it hits the front of the rim, goes to the glass, and drops down through. 13-10, Mustangs on top by 3 with under a minute to go in the first. Jarman at the free throw line. Smith, right side to Cook. Jordan gives back to Aaron. Pass left side, Lucio steps in front, travels, good grief. As he goes up court, took the ball away, took about 4 steps, then put the ball on the floor and went all the way to the hoop for the layup. The steal, Aaron Smith goes to Cook on the right wing. Jordan rather, is ball poked away by Potter, and there's a lot of contact there. Anderson able to track it down. Potter forces the turnover though. Rich had 1 turnover about a minute and a half ago in game time. Now they've got 4. And Mustangs right now are setting the tone and the level of physicality. That was a lot of contact by Potter, but the refs are not calling it, so Rich has to either match or exceed that. Inbound to Paulison. Ball knocked away, and Anderson comes up with the loose ball, stationed in Randolph Steele. Rich up ahead, quickly into the corner. Cook goes up strong, shot blocked. Jarman pulls down the rebound, and he is hammered as he goes back up. So Nick heads to the free throw line. The matchup inside between Paulison and Jarman, an interesting one. Paulison looks more like a linebacker. Of course, you know what Jarman looks like. Nick with his fifth rebound of the quarter. Goes to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line to shoot 2, and he hits the first. Jordan Lucio, the guilty party on the foul. That free throw, back of the iron and straight down through. 6 seconds left in the Pugstone Sporting Goods first quarter. Rebels down 15-11. Jarman at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, hit the first, misses short on the second. And the Mustangs turn and go. Potter up to the left wing, stops, shoots, leans in, and misses short over Cook. At the end of 1, Manila leads 15-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout and be back. This first quarter has been brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment. Repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Coach Mike Hughes of the Mustangs said he wanted to out-rebound the Rebels tonight. So far, Manila with 11 rebounds and Rich with 10. Mustangs also, boy, Jordan Lucio with a big first quarter. I had him with 2 for 8 points and a couple of rebounds. Rich trails 15-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. About even on the turnover. Smith on the left wing. Mustangs in the 2-3 zone defense. Smith, left corner, Clark lobs back up top, and that was an easy takeaway for Garrett Slaw. A lazy pass, Slaw all the way to the other end, and the Mustangs extend the lead. Up by 6, 17-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels have got to take care of the ball. That's the golden rule. One of the Reach County keys of the game. Smith, Anderson, Cook on the right wing looking inside. They work it around, get it to Jarman. He's double teamed, spins around the D, goes up strong, misses, but gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. Boy, there's a lot of physicality going on down inside the paint as Jarman fights for position, and then once he gets the ball as well. Potter drives, shoots, Jarman swats it, second block of the game, comes down with it as well. And Rich turns and goes, 17-13. Smith pulls up for 3, misses wide right, but Jarman the offensive rebound, put back off the glass and in. Nick Jarman having himself a nice start to the second quarter. Brought to you by J-Bar Auto, high quality service at a fair price. Lucio left open for 3 after Anderson went for the steal, misses the shot. Too strong off the heel of the basket, and Jarman with another rebound, his 8th already of the game. Cook up court. Rebels have a chance to tie. Anderson on the left wing. Maybe take the lead with a 3-pointer. Smith with a hot pass into Clark. He'll turn, shoot, high, and it's a bit short. Lucio comes down with the rebound, his 3rd or 4th of the contest for Manila. Up court, Slaw to the right corner. Smith out on him. He's in a bit of trouble. 4, 5 seconds. He just gets it away. Anderson across the lane to Paulison for the finish on the left side. Good ball movement, and the Rebels getting a little flat-footed. Smith on the left wing. Fakes the shot, looks inside, finds Anderson. Fade away at the free throw line is short. Jarman tips the rebound to himself. Reverse. Boy, he was hammered on that shot. Up top on the arm, just hacked. And missed the shot short. Manila with the rebound. They go up ahead. 3-pointer for Potter off target. Too strong, and Jarman pulls down the rebound. You can see his frustration. And Coach Brown calls for a timeout with 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. Brought to you by J-Bar Auto. 19-15 Manila on top on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
One of the greatest things about living in Randolph, Utah is the friendly folks that live and operate business there. This is especially true at J-Bar Auto on Main Street in Randolph. Serving customers for years, J-Bar Auto provides high-quality service at a fair price, including vehicles large and small, tractors, and other types of equipment. J-Bar Auto also sells quality tires.
We appreciate all of our customers. Call us anytime. We're happy to help.
J-Bar Auto, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. Stop in today.
Nick Jarman with 13 rebounds, but the Rebels trail 19-15. Kaysen Trineri checks in. Trineri, Cook, Jarman, Calder, and Weston on the floor. And Rich trails 19-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Trineri to Cook on the right wing. Manila's 2-3 zone has caused some turnovers. Lucio with another. Good anticipation. He goes all the way to the other end and scores. Lucio with 10, and Rich giving this game away with lazy, poor passes. 21-15. Calder on the right wing, fires into the corner. Trineri back to Calder, and then to Cook on the left wing. Rich works it around. Trineri. Rebels with 7 turnovers in the game. Bounce inside. Weston turns, goes up strong. Shot blocked into the hands of Caleb Branham, and Calder fouls him as he heads up court. That's Calder doesn't like the call, but it's probably a good foul. It eliminates the opportunity for an easy bucket for Manila as Branham had Slaw streaking toward the hoop. 21-15, Mustangs on top. The biggest problem for Rich so far is not taking care of the basketball. Branham checks out. Slaw, Lucio, Anderson, Paulison, and Potter on the floor. Potter, one of the leading scorers, he's been quiet so far, 2 points, but Lucio, also one of the leading scorers, has 10. They go inside. Potter back outside. Anderson drives, stops, floats, and misses right side. Jarman has the rebound, his 14th already. Up ahead to Calder. Cameron back to Trineri. Goes left side and overcompensates as Lucio again anticipated the pass. Trineri altered his pass delivery and threw it high and wide and out of bounds. 4.5 left in the J-Bar Auto second quarter. Inbound to Paulison. He'll give to Potter. Garrett dribbles up across the timeline and to the left wing. Back outside to Slaw. Looks right, passes left. Ball deflected, but Anderson is there. Lucio fakes the pass, drives in, throws Cook away, and then Jarman comes in on the help, knocks it loose. Calder up ahead, hit finishes on the right side. A station in Randolph steal for Rich leads to a Calder layup. And Rich down by 4, 21-17 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Right wing, Anderson way out high, fires inside to Paulison. He'll turn, shoot, and hit off the glass. Paulison, nothing fancy there, but made it work. Got it up over Jarman, 23-17. His position was way down on the block, and tough to stop somebody from that low. Trineri at the top of the key. Rebels trail by 6. Cook to Jarman, free throw line, fires inside for Weston, ball through his hands. He gets it back and goes up strong with the finish on the left side off the glass. 23-19, Rebels down by 4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard in this second quarter. Anderson from the left wing thought about the three, but passed it up. Instead gives to Potter, who drives, challenges Jarman. Shot may have been partially blocked. Jarman had the rebound and loses it out of bounds. A 5th turnover of the quarter for the Rebels. That's 9 in this game. Magic number is under 15. Aaron Smith will check into the ball game. Smith, Cook, nope. Yeah, Cook will take a breather. Smith, Trineri, Calder, Jarman, and Weston on the floor. Potter to inbound, looks in, finds Lucio, and he's bumped just enough in the back by Aaron Smith for Aaron to pick up a second personal foul. 3:16 left to go in this J-Bar Auto second quarter. Our halftime show, invite you to stay tuned for that. It'll be brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Manila inbounds. They get it to Potter in the corner. Fakes the shot, drives, floats, and hits off the glass. Rebels so concerned about that three-point shot that they're getting out of position anytime the Mustangs just give any kind of a ball fake. Trineri, right wing to Smith. Aaron looks inside, nothing there. To Weston, back up top. Smith around to Trineri. Fires to Calder in the corner. He'll bounce inside, ball kicked away by Manila. And Weston with some quick hands to pull back and let that one go through out of bounds. A Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play for Rich, brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Weston lobs into Jarman at the free throw line. One dribble, gets around the D, pulls up short. Rebound knocked out of Weston's hands by Manila, and they give it to the Mustangs. Oh, boy. Not sure about that call. Inbound to Slaw. He'll dribble up across the timeline, gets past Trineri, stops in front of him. Trineri able to slither by. Potter goes strong to the hoop, fouled on the floor as Weston came in with some help defense. And the foul charge to Cameron Calder, I believe, would be his second, the Rebel 4th team foul. That is Calder's second. Calder with 2, Smith with 2, that's it. Mustangs with 2 fouls in the ball game. They've been good defensively, very good defensively, and low on fouls. Paulison to inbound, 2:35 left in the second. They bounce it into Paulison. He'll go up and stuffed by Jarman. Then Nick chases it down in the corner. Rich up ahead. Smith to the right wing. Double team comes. He'll try to drive, but nothing there. Dishes to a cutting Jarman who fights through contact. Blow the whistle. Jarman, oh my goodness, they're not going to give him anything tonight. Manila comes down with the rebound, and Rich fouls as the Mustangs turn to head up court. Ashley Brown off his seat to have a chat with the official right in front of him. Jarman is just getting mugged inside. This is worse than Bear Lake. 2:13 left to go in the second quarter, and the Mustangs on top by 6. Lucio out on the Rebel on the right wing. They work it around, get it inside, and Weston reaches in on Lucio, who had position. Jordan turns and smiles at the crowd. 6th team foul on the Rebels. Porter Weston with his 2nd personal. So Weston, Calder, and Smith both with 2 apiece. And you hear a Rebel fan say, hey, call it on the other end. Nice fake and a shot blocked. Slaw was going up for the shot. Kaysen Trineri, good quick footwork, keeps the dribble alive. Weston off the glass, misses. Jarman gets the rebound and he hits, and finally the whistle comes. Far less contact on that shot than on others, but we'll take it this time. And Jarman is at the free throw line to attempt a 3-point play opportunity. Whew. Bear Lake Realty free throws. The Rebels have 2 of 3 in the first quarter. Jarman's free throw rims around and out. Anderson with the rebound, but a whistle and I believe a lane violation on the Mustangs will give Nick a 2nd free throw attempt. Maybe unfortunate because Anderson probably had a putback opportunity. Could have gotten 2 instead of just the 1, but Jarman will shoot a 2nd Bear Lake Realty free throw. And this time he makes it good. Creeps over the front of the rim and down through it. 3-point play. Brings the Rich to within 3. 25-22 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Jarman 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks and about 15 or 18 rebounds already. Potter on the left wing. Lucio receives the pass, goes inside. Paulison, shot is blocked, but he's fouled. Nice ball fake by Burke to get the defense off their feet. And Paulison goes to the free throw line. His first free throws of the game. Mustangs 1 of 2 so far in this ball game. Both of those were Jordan Lucio's. He made the first, missed the second. Here's Paulison, who averages 14.7 a game, 6.5 rebounds. Nick with 16 boards. Paulison's first free throw, front of the rim to the back, halfway down, pops out. Clark will check back into the game. So it's Clark, Smith, Jarman, Anderson, and Trineri on the floor for the Rebels, trailing 25-22. Paulison, 3 dribbles, eyes his target, and can't get it to go. Clark with the rebound for Rich. So Paulison misses both, and Rich has a chance to tie or come to within 1. 25-22, a hot pass. Anderson not quite ready for it. A 7th Rebel turnover as that went through his hands and out of bounds, and turnovers continue to be a problem for Rich. 10 in the game, 6 in the J-Bar Auto second quarter. And that gives the ball to Manila. Coach Hughes calling out Diamond. Slaw left wing to Potter. Garrett up top, Paulison. They work it around. Slaw looks inside, finds Potter. Ball stripped away, and Trineri comes up with it. A stationing Randolph steal for the Rebels. Just a 2nd turnover of the second quarter for Manila. Anderson up top to Trineri. Looks left, goes back right to Jared. Looking inside, nothing there. Smith, they work it around. Trineri, open 3, left wing is short, off the front of the iron. Clark with the rebound. Nope, Jarman the offensive rebound, and he's fouled on the putback. And Nick Jarman earns a trip back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, where he's 2 of 3 so far in this ball game, and 70% on the season. Jarman's first rattles home. A 2nd free throw coming for Nick, who has, he had 3 in the first quarter. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points in the game to go along with, I think, 18 or 17 rebounds at this point. Jarman's 2nd is short, but he gets the shooter's roll. No, Cook with the offensive rebound for Rich. That ball looked like it was going to drop down through, but then did not. Jordan Cook with the rebound. Rich goes inside, back to Jarman. He'll hang in the air, miss the shot. Has his own rebound, no, tipped away. Rebel bench explodes with cries of foul, but they won't get it. Slaw to the right side. Cook gets in, knocks it away from Potter, and they call a foul there. That's 18 fouls on the Rebels. Jordan's first personal, and it puts Garrett Potter at the line shooting 1 and 1. Aaron Smith checks back into the game. Trineri will get a breather. Potter, 4 points in the game, averages 14. Will look to put his team up by 3 or 4. 1 and 1 opportunity. He's a lefty. And the first is good, nothing but net. Manila fans like that. A lot of red shirts to my right. Our goods on the wood in the game are brought to you by Ned and Tammy Calder. A lot of Mustang fans made the trip. Potter with a second free throw. And that one is also a splish splash, nothing but net. 27-23, Mustangs up by 4. Potter with 6 in the ball game, and Rich will inbound. Mustangs will apply some full court pressure. Looks like a 2-2-1 zone. Smith receives the inbound, fakes a pass, then does give it to Cook. Jordan holds for a bit, splits the D across the timeline, fires underneath to Clark, who finishes from the right side. And the Rebels break the press. Jordan Cook with a nice assist. 10 seconds left to go in the J-Bar Auto second quarter. Slaw dribbles left, finds a lane, goes to the hoop, makes it with the left hand. Rebels with 3, 2, inbound to Cook. 1, he'll launch it at the buzzer and miss short. So at the end of 2 quarters, the Mustangs lead by 4, 29-25 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This second quarter action has been brought to you by J-Bar Auto, high-quality service at a fair price. Stay tuned. Our comprehensive family dental halftime show is coming up on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
Whether you own a business or run a household, understanding where your money goes can help you improve overall financial stability. It can also help you reduce stress and help you plan for the future. Certified public accountant Gary Tusher understands money, income, expense, taxes, investments, assets, depreciation, and more. Make sure when it comes to your financial security, you're working with the best. Gary Tusher, CPA, serves business customers and private individuals. Call Gary Tusher, CPA today.
Region champion Rebel drill team performing their military number. They won the region championship last week in Richfield and performing tonight at the half. Brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. Mustangs outscored the Rebels 15-11 in the first, and teams kept pace, 14 points apiece in the second. Nick Jarman, 11 points, 18 rebounds, 4 blocks in the game, but not enough to help Rich keep pace. So, well, at least, or to take the lead. Rich trails by 4, 29-25 at the half against the Manila Mustangs in Region 22 play. These are probably the top 2 teams in the region, and right now it's the Mustangs offense outpacing, outdueling the Rebel defense. 29-25 at the half. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the halftime show brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. We'll have some Town of Randolph first half highlights when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
It's the 2018 mega sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 mega sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Welcome back to the Comprehensive Family Dental Halftime Show. The Rebels trail 29-25 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We knew the Mustangs had some talent coming up, and they really seem to have it all together. At least for that first half, they looked tough. Shot 50% overall from the floor, 67% from inside the three-point arc, and just about kept pace with the Rebels on rebounds. Rich out-rebounded Manila 23-18 on the wings of Nick Jarman's 17 rebounds. Jarman 11 points, 17 boards, and Rich, they got 6 points from Aaron in the first quarter, but nothing really consistent from anybody else in that first half. And Rich, now we look at last week and what Rich did against Duchesne and ICS. The Rebels in those two games, 63% shooting against ICS, 62% against Duchesne, but boy, they've gone cold tonight against Manila. Just 9 of 27 from inside the arc, 33%, and just 1 of 7 from beyond the arc, shooting 29% in the game. It's a wonder when you look at those numbers. Oh, Manila shooting 50%, the Rebels 29%. It's a wonder that Rich is even close in this game. A big part of it is offensive rebounds. Rebels 10-2 in that category, leading the Mustangs. These first half highlights are brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from the mayor, board members, and town clerk in the town of Randolph. That's Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. Again, at the half, the Rebels trail by 4. Rebel girls won. They came from behind, or started out hot, went on outscored the Mustangs 22-3 in the first quarter and went on to win 58-29. Rebel JV teams both won. The freshman boys lost. There was no freshman girls game. Again, at the half, Rebel boys down by 4. You're tuned into the Comprehensive Family Dental Halftime Show. We'll take a quick break and be back with Epic Recreation third quarter action when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604. We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
Welcome back to Rebel Basketball. Our halftime show has been brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental, Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you in part by Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. Visit jensenwood.com. They are, boy, I've met with those folks today, and they're very nice, very, very caring, good folks. And next time you're looking for a vehicle, Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Stotts Equipment in Preston, Idaho. And you can minimize your downtime during the busy season by scheduling your winter inspections today. Call Stotts Equipment, 208-852-3660. That's Stotts Equipment in Preston, Idaho, 208-852-3660. Our halftime show has been brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Manila will have the ball to start our third quarter, presented by Epic Recreation. For rentals in Bear Lake, visit epicrecreation.net or find us on Facebook. Slaw crosses the timeline, bounces to Lucio, looking backdoor for Potter, but well defended by Calder. Back to Slaw at the top of the key, Rebels in a man-to-man. Anderson drives in, top step, pivots around, goes up, blocked by Jarman, his 5th block of the game. And Rich turns and runs. Smith to the left wing. Cook up top, looks right and gives to Calder. Cameron gives to Jarman down near the corner, back up to Cook. Rich works it around. Calder open 3, left wing. Nope, back of the iron. Rebound, Jarman tips it, and Potter tracks it down on the baseline for Manila. 29-25, Rebels down by 4 to start this third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Paulison outside, fires into Lucio, turns right and gives back to Paulison. He bobbles it, but picks it back up and gives to Lucio. He'll hand off to Slaw on his left side. Rebel man-to-man defense. Anderson guarded by Weston. Up top, Potter guarded by Calder. Spin move by Potter. Misses, too strong off the back of the iron. And the rebound out of bounds to Rich. Jordan Cook, Aaron Smith, Nick Jarman, Cameron Calder, Porter Weston on the floor. Potter, Slaw, Anderson, Lucio, and Paulison out there for Manila. Cook, Calder, back to Cook on the left wing, again to Calder in the corner. Rebels looking inside, but no passing lane. Calder again. Jarman posted up, Weston down there as well, and against the 2-3 zone from Manila. To Jarman at the high post, Calder back to Smith. Rebels work it around. Now they find Jarman at the free throw line. He turns, shoots, and hits it. Hit the front of the rim and rolled up over the top. Jarman with 13 points, 17 rebounds, 5 blocks in the game. That's a full day's work. Slaw back outside to Lucio, guarded by Smith. Lucio fakes left, goes right, then dishes back out to Slaw. Bounce down to Paulison, and he travels. He traveled when he first got it. He traveled again after a ball fake, and they called him the second time. 6:05 left to go, third quarter. Rich down by 2. That's just the 8th turnover of the game for the Manila Mustangs. I got Rich with 11. Cook across the timeline. Rebels attacking right to left in this third quarter, the second half, on mylocalradio.com. Rebels have not lost to Manila. They've won 8 consecutive games against the Mustangs, but trail by 2. Calder attacks, dishes off. Aaron Smith for 3. Got it, nothing but net. Aaron Smith puts the Rebels on top, 30-29. A candidate for the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. Aaron has 9 points. Potter in the lane, hounded by Calder. Potter lowers the shoulder and drives into Cameron. And I see Cameron with good reason to complain. He was in position. He didn't plant his feet, but Potter clearly lowered the shoulder and just drove into where Calder was. That defensive plane was right where Calder was standing. Potter misses the free throw off the front of the rim and to the back and popped out. Potter will have a second free throw and will look to tie it up. Rebels on top for the first time since the first quarter. Garrett hits the second, and we're tied at 30 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. For as good of a shooter as he is, just 3 of 4 at the free throw line in this ball game. Lucio almost takes another pass away, but Calder tracks it down. That would have been Lucio's 4th or 5th steal of the game. Rebels are making him look like John Stockton. Calder goes to the hoop. His shot is swatted away. Smith comes up with it, dribbles off the foot of a Mustang. Calder fights to get the ball. He's got it on the floor. Paulson reaches in, and Calder gives him a little push. Calder is fired up as the Rebels turned it over, but got it back via a Rich County 4-H jump ball. Rich County 4-H empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. So Cook inbounds to Smith with the game tied at 30 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Aaron gives back to Jordan on the left wing. Looking inside, he's got Calder. Free throw line, pass taken away by Garrett Potter. He'll turn and go. But the Rebel defense gets back. Anderson, top of the key to Branham. Caleb holds. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Calder giving Branham a little bit of space. Dish off to Anderson. Lucio bounces inside for Paulson, who was camped in the lane. Calder strips it. Paulson gets it back on the floor and kicks up top to Anderson. He'll spin in the lane. Shot up off the glass over Jarman and in. Tanner Anderson, just 5 points in the game, but boy, when he scores, it's been nice. Rebels long pass up ahead to Jarman, and he's fouled on the floor. Mustangs stomp the bleachers in protest, saying no way. But it's a foul nonetheless. I haven't seen who they called it on. They charge it to Tanner Anderson, his first. That's just I think a 4th or 5th foul of the entire ball game on the Mustangs. They've played pretty whistle-free. Calder inbounds long to Smith on a Circle H Landing Cattle Company inbound play. No, Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Smith to Jarman at the free throw line. Lobs inside for Weston, and he is hammered from behind. The Mustang fans don't like the call. Lucio didn't like it either, but boy, you could see the hack as Lucio swats through, and Weston is at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Porter this season has struggled there, 1 of 7 from the charity stripe. 4:05 left to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Weston's first, nothing but net. If he hits this one, I'll eat crow. Is that what the term is? If you, I said he was 1 for 7. He struggled. If he hits them both, it's on. Weston hits them both. That second one rattles through. Weston has 4. We're tied back up at 32 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Clark over to the scores table to check in. Lucio, long 3, right wing, back of the iron, no. Weston has it. Jarman tips it and tips it to himself. He pulls it in. Smith, right wing to Cook. Rebels looking to regain the lead. Weston on the right wing. Rebels skip it to Smith on the left wing. Weston really battling for position, but they can't find a passing lane or get it to him. Jarman at the high post. Cook with the ball. Smith on the left wing. Fires in for Calder. He's hit, and the ball is knocked loose. Mosley, or was it Potter? I think it was Mosley. Boy, and Calder going to appeal his case to the official. I thought he was fouled as he went to get that pass, but instead they go the other way. Aaron Smith has his 3rd foul of the game. Rebel 2nd team foul of the quarter. Rebel 3rd turnover of the quarter. Let's put Rich at 14 in the ball game. Lucio on the right wing, guarded by Anderson. Anderson, it was Tanner Anderson for Manila. Drives, hesitates, up off the glass. No, Jarman rips the rebound down and hands off to Anderson as he's hit coming down. Up ahead, Smith, three-pointer left wing, off the glass, no. Clark reaches out, tips the rebound to himself, and hustles it down. Outside to Anderson. Jared gives to Smith, and Aaron will dribble across the top and give to Cook. 32 all on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. After furious paces in the first and second quarters, Clark throws in for Jarman, and again, Mosley, contact, knocks the ball away, and Manila comes up with it. Potter, left corner three, off the glass, too strong, or off the back of the iron rather. Smith takes the rebound away, goes up court, puts it up off the right side, misses, but Lucio got him with the body. And let's give Aaron Smith the rebound there. And Smith with 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws coming. Lucio 2 fouls, 3 Manila team fouls. Aaron hits the first, nothing but net. Smith has 10 points in the ball game, just about to his average of 12.3. Aaron will get a second Bear Lake Realty free throw. This one's short, but it's off the iron to the glass and down through. 34-32, Rich on top by 2. Maybe their biggest lead of the ball game. I think they led by 1 a couple of times, but they've never led by more than that until just now. Lucio at the high post. Hands off to Potter. Step back three. Short. Rebound. Jarman for the Rebels. His 20th of the ball game. 21st of the ball game. Anderson inside Clark. High floater. Misses. And Jared knifes in for the rebound, and he's fouled on the rebound. Wow, I can't believe they blew that whistle there. The foul charge to Lucio, his 3rd. That's 2 quick fouls on Jordan, who was the leading scorer in the first half for Manila, 10 points. Hasn't scored here in this 3rd quarter. Anderson, Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Goes in looking for Cook. Lucio deflects it. Boy, he is so good at passing lanes, anticipating where a pass will go and getting his hand in there. He's got 4 or 5 steals plus a handful of deflections as well. Anderson looking to get it in, still looking, now lobs it high to Cook just in time to avoid a 5-second violation. Cook fires into Jarman, back outside. Smith, three-pointer, drops! A T7, no, it's a Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer. 37-32, Lucio travels in the lane, misses the shot short after he got away with the travel, and Jarman pulls down another rebound. Smith up court, passes it off the leg of Potter and out of bounds. Rebels up by 5. Points in the paint brought to you by Bear Lake Physical Therapy. 3-point shots by Pro Physical Therapy. The Rebels have outscored Manila 12-3 in this 3rd quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation.
Make this winter epic when you rent from Epic Recreation in Garden City, Utah. We rent cabins, snowmobiles, snowcat razors, snow tire bicycles, snowshoes, and more. Thank goodness winter is long, because at Bear Lake, we make it epic. Call us today and book your epic adventure at Bear Lake. Recreation and lodging packages available year-round. Call Epic Recreation today or book online at epicrecreation.net.
I don't know what the single game record is for rebounds in a Rich Rebel basketball game, but Nick Jarman has to be getting somewhere close to that. He's at 22 rebounds, and we still have 9 minutes and 41 seconds left to play. 1:41 in the 3rd. Brought to you by Epic Recreation. Rebels inbound. Aaron Smith lobs for Jarman at the high post. He'll fake the shot, fire it in for Clark. Ball knocked away from him out of bounds. Rebels will maintain possession. Lucio again. Who else but Jordan Lucio to deflect that one out of bounds. Anderson inbounds to Cook. Jordan fires inside. Clark turns, shoots, and hits. Plus he was hit by Paulison as he came down. Should have been a foul on the box out, but Rebels haven't gotten those calls all night. They're not going to get it now. Clark with 6 points in the game, and Rich leads by 7. Anderson, that's Tanner Anderson of Manila, gives to Slaw. He'll go up to back up to the top of the key. Clark guarding on Slaw. Anderson on Anderson. That's Rich's Jared Anderson on Tanner Anderson of Manila. He's out on the right wing, passed it off, got it back. 55 seconds left to go in the Epic Recreation 3rd. Manila showing some patience. They've scored just 3 points in the quarter. Rebels have outscored them 14-3. Bounce inside, and Kenan Clark anticipates. Talked about Jordan Lucio's anticipation. Now Kinnan Clark with the station in Randolph steal. The other way, Jarman misses. Clark gets away with a reach through, but Anderson still pulls down the rebound for Manila. Anderson on the right wing, under 30 to go. Manila with the basketball. They go inside for Paulison, and Jarman slaps that one away. Another station in Randolph steal. Cook up ahead to Anderson. Jarrett on the left wing. Dribbles behind the back and gives to Cook with 16, 15, 14 seconds left in the epic third. Rebels on top by 7, playing for the final shot. 10, 9, Smith dribbling out top of the key. Left wing to Anderson. Clark with 5, 4, Smith dribbles to his right, 3, 2, corner 3 off the top of the glass. Time expires. He had to force that one up as time was running down, and at the end of 3, Rich outscored the Mustangs 14-3 in the quarter. Rich on top by 7 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Back for fourth quarter action presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. The Rebel girls earlier tonight jumped out to a 22-3 lead in the first quarter, never looked back, and won by 29, 58-29. Rebel boys have trailed most of the way, but outscored the Mustangs 14-3 in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Manila with the basketball to start the fourth. Garrett Potter. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Again, Clark with position. Potter spins into Kinnan, and Clark is called for the foul. Again, didn't have his feet planted, but the offense, the defense has to have a reasonable expectation of a position defensively. Lucio receives the inbound pass, shoots, blocks, shoots again, blocked. Cook turns and heads up court, and he's hit hard by Branham, or by Slaw rather. Jordan Lucio, boy, he's been a monster on the glass and on every aspect of tonight's game. Leads his team, I believe, with 10 points. Scoring. Rebels with the basketball. Cook on the right wing, throws it away. It's not Lucio this time, it was Anderson. Tanner dribbles up across the timeline. Manila attacking left to right on MyLocalRadio.com. Anderson on the right wing. He's opened the scoring tonight with a three-point bucket. Doesn't shoot this time, instead passes off. Slaw dribbles to the free throw line, looking for the pick and roll, but Jarman covers it well on Paulison. Potter backs it out. Rebels stay in the man-to-man defense. Anderson drives, then puts it up with the right hand and in. Tanner Anderson, a nice drive to the right side. And the Mustangs are within 5, 39-34 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Smith lobs to Jarman at the high post. He'll turn, give the pass to left wing. Cook for 3, long. Clark with the offensive rebound, and Clark's putback is good from the left side. That one went off the back of the iron right to Kinnan's outstretched fingertips. And Rich is back up by 7, 41-34 to the left side. Potter drives, shot blocked by Jarman. Paulison tips it over to Cook. Jarman's 6th block of the game with 6.5 to go. Aaron fakes the 3 from the Rowdy Rebel out in front of the Rebel student section. Rebels unveiled a new Rebel logo this week. A Patriot man. A pass up top. Potter tips it back court, but Anderson will chase it down. He'll pick it up and go up court to Smith. Aaron to the left wing, looks inside, and he had Jarman, but just no. Now Anderson gets it to Jarman, then underneath. Clark across the lane, misses, too strong. Just a little push by Lucio, not a foul, but it altered Clark's shot. Up top, Slaw, Lucio long, left wing 3, got it! Jordan Lucio, and a timeout Manila. 41-37, Mustangs within 4. And the Mustangs call for a quick break. We'll call for one, too, on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter.
This is Rebel Senior Aaron Smith, and you're tuned in to Rich High Hoops on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
There's some Rich County keys to the game. One was the golden rule, take care of the basketball. Rebels, 15 turnovers, so they're right on that line, but still 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go. Battle of the boards. Rebels are winning that 36-22. And take care of Paulson, Potter, and Lucio. About half good on that for the Rebels, who lead by 4 with 5:44 left to go. Jarman at the high post. Back out to Smith. 3-point from straight away. No, and Paulson goes up and pulls down a rebound. He'll fire ahead to Potter, who goes up and under, misses, and Jarman pulls down a 23rd rebound of the night for Rich. Anderson up to the right wing. Back to Smith. Aaron with 14 points in the ball game. 3 Pro Physical Therapy three-pointers. Anderson across the lane, gives out right corner. Smith for 3 is short. Rebound. Calder had it, and he's hit from the front and from the back. And the foul is charged to Garrett Potter. Manila's 6th team foul. That's been a big difference. Rebels in the first half had 7 or 8 team fouls. Mustangs had 2 or 3. That's just the opposite here in the second half. Smith. Free throw line. Jarman fakes the shot. Paulson out on the D. Kick it out to Calder for 3. Swish! Nothing but net. Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer for Cameron Calder from the left wing. Answers Jordan Lucio's 3 from before the timeout, and Rich is back up by 7. Branham has not scored in this one. Averages almost 5 a game. Potter for 3. Misses short. Calder attacks the ball and pulls down the rebound for Rich. Calder, I said Calder was Clark. Thank you, Kenan Clark with the rebound. Jarman at the high post, kicks it back out. Aaron fires left side. Calder goes to Clark in the left corner. He's looking inside. Now bounces to Jarman. One dribble, then spins around, up with the right hand. Clark offensive rebound for Rich. The putback floater pops out, but he pops it away from Lucio. Calder bounces it off the foot of Paulson and out of bounds. So Clark misses the putback. Lucio had the rebound, and Clark punched it out to the Rebels, who now have a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play. To Smith in the left corner, bounce up top to Cook. Jordan looking high post. Clark, nope, not there. Back to Smith and then to Cook again. Looking for a Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game, and the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game. Smith bounces inside, looking for Jarman. It's poked away by Anderson out of bounds for another Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Again, our points in the paint tonight are brought to you by Bear Lake Physical Therapy, helping Rebels get back in the game since 1998. Calder looking to inbound, goes up top. Cook open for a second on the 3, passes off to Smith. Aaron drives, floats it up and got it. Nothing but net. Aaron Smith, 16 points in the game. Aaron attacks and it pays off. Rich up by 9. Lucio, quick 3 from the right wing, way over the top. Paulson, the offensive rebound, stuffed by Jarman. Another offensive rebound, and he's stripped by Cook. Out of bounds. The reason, as fast as that ball went out of bounds, it stands to reason that it went off of Paulison's leg or knee, but they'll give it to Manila. Inbound, and was it kicked by Rich? Well, Manila will get another inbound play. Slaw checks back in. Branham will get a breather. Garrett Slaw averages 7.5 per game. He's got 4 tonight. Lucio right about at his average. Paulson about less than half his average. He's at 6, averages almost 15. Potter tracks down a loose ball, shoots and misses. Lucio skies for the rebound. His putback is good. Jordan Lucio, boy, I'm impressed with his game, and he's just a sophomore. Smith, high post to Jarman, turns, shoots short. Clark, the offensive rebound. Putback is in there off the back of the iron and then down through. 48-39. Rich back up by 9. What a battle Potter across the lane, has it poked away. Jarman saves it, but dribbles it on the baseline. He had possession, so we will give a turnover to each team. 3:09 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Potter looking to inbound, just goes out high, and Clark skies and picks it off, turns. He's got a free lane to the hoop. He goes up strong, dunks it, kind of. He dunked it, it popped up to the glass, and then went down through. Kinnan Clark with the explosive station in Randolph steal, and the take to the other end, and then Anderson gets Clark in the air. Kinnan goes up over Anderson, and now we're getting a little chippiness, pushing and shoving. Jarman with a smile gives Kinnan a hug as he went up over the top, somersaulted over Anderson. A clear foul on Kinnan Clark. A little pushing back and forth. Not sure who started it. Lucky that for both teams they didn't see who finished it. The officials were so focused on calling the foul and making sure that Kinnan was okay. But boy, that has fired up this Rebel crowd. The student section is going nuts. Potter to inbound, bounces to Lucio. He travels onto the floor, and he's called for a foul called against Rich. He may have had the dribble alive, so I'm mistaken in calling the travel. Cameron Calder, I believe, was called for the foul. That's his fourth. And Jordan Cook will check right back into the game. Calder, I believe, nope. Anderson gets a breather. He just came in for Cook. Cook, Jarman, Smith, Clark, and Calder on the floor. Paulison to inbound from the baseline. Finds Anderson in the corner. Goes back to Paulison. He'll back in and shoot, miss, rebound. Tipped up by Lucio. And in. And Coach Hughes gets the timeout. And I tell you, Paulison just leaning in. Was able to create space. 50-41. Rebels up by 9 on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
It's the 2018 mega sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Get $2,000 in bonus cash on 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Castle Rock has a huge selection to choose from at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's the 2018 mega sale at Auto Farm with $2,000 in bonus cash or 0% financing for 72 months on select vehicles. Chevrolet, find new road.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Welcome back to fourth quarter action. 2:44 left to go in this ball game. Rebels were down for most of it, but took a lead midway through the third, and they've held the lead since that point. A real quick look at the Bear Lake Realty fan cam as teams retake the court. Rebel student section is fired up. Our camera is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. For the best in realty in the Bear Lake area, visit bearlakerealty.com. That's Rebels to inbound. Manila set to apply some full court man-to-man pressure. More of a 2-2-1 zone, actually. And the Rebels get it across. Smith got one toe across the timeline, then passed off, and Jarman passes a lazy one. Rebels turn it over. Manila wanted an over and back, but instead they get the takeaway and Aaron Smith's fourth personal foul. Rebels 16 foul. Rich on top by 9. They've outscored the Mustangs. 11-9 in the quarter. Lucio has 7 of his team's 9 points in this Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Lucio gives to Potter on the left wing. Back up top, Jordan shoots the 3 and hits it, nothing but net. Jordan Lucio brings his team within 6, 50-44. Cook across the timeline. Lucio reaches in and pokes it away. And I'll tell you what, that's for how they've called this game. Now the official in their defense, she just said got him with the body. I did not see the contact with the body. Lucio's fourth foul. Lucio smiling about it, but for how they've called this game, that did not look like a foul. 2:10 left to go. 7th team foul on the Mustangs. Cook at the line, 1-and-1, misses. Lucio has it. Clark steals it away, gives to Jarman, who fights through the defense and misses. Too strong off the glass. Kinnan Clark with 5 rebounds in the quarter. Quickly up ahead, 3-point shot. Off target, over the top. Paulison elbows Cook in the nose inadvertently as Jordan comes down with the rebound for Rich. And that was nothing malicious there. Paulson immediately said, sorry, you okay, as Cook came down with the rebound. Jordan had a clear rebound, and Paulson, trying to poke it away, just got Jordan in the nose. So Jordan, who just missed a 1-and-1, a front end of a 1-and-1 moments ago, heads back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Jordan has no points in the ball game. This season, Cook is a 67% free throw shooter. And he can't get that one to go. Clark takes the rebound away from Lucio, who just fouled out. Jordan Lucio has a hold of Clark's shoulder as Kinnan comes down with the Rebel rebound, and Lucio is done. He's the only guy who's been able to consistently score in this fourth quarter. He has 10 points, and he just fouled out. And he approaches Cameron Calder and gets up in his face. Clark gives Lucio a hand, so does Anderson, as the official has a few words with Calder. So Lucio fouls out with 2:01 left to go. 20 points in the ball game for Lucio. Kinnan Clark at the line shooting 1-and-1. Nothing but net on the first. Rebels had missed a couple of free throws in a row, and for the second consecutive game, Kinnan Clark having a monster second half. 6 rebounds, 7 points in the fourth quarter, and make it another. Are you holding up 7 rebounds? 9 rebounds in the quarter or the game. Clark hits both free throws, and Rich is up by 8, 52-44. Across the timeline, and a foul. Cameron Calder battling for position with Potter, and a technical foul. I did not see what Calder did, but that's Cameron's 5th and 6th, unless he just got the technical and no personal foul. Either way, Cameron has just fouled out with 1:55 to go. Cameron 5 points in the game with 1:55 left in the ball game. The technical assessed, and Caleb Branham will shoot 2 free throws, and then Manila will retain possession of the basketball. Branham, 1 dribble, crouches down, eyes it, misses. And that wasn't, quite frankly, wasn't even close. He missed off the heel of the basket and to the right. Branham pulls the shorts up, takes this one a little more seriously, and no, he misses off the back of the iron. Rebel fans may be thinking ball don't lie, but ball don't matter. Cameron Calder's on the bench with 5 fouls. Who comes in to replace him? Jared Anderson. So it's Anderson, Cook, Clark, Jarman, and Smith on the floor. Potter, Paulison, Branham, Anderson, and Slaw out there for the Mustangs. Branham inbounds to Potter. Rebels on top by 8 with 1:52 to go. Potter to his right, big screen by Paulison. Oh, and if they call that on Paulison, I do not agree with that. They do. They call that an offensive foul, and I'll tell you, Paulison was planted. He was growing roots in that spot, but they call the foul on Burke. That's his 4th. Rebels against full court pressure. Smith is fouled. Branham doesn't like it. The Mustang fans don't like it. But it's a foul nonetheless on Branham. And Smith goes to the line to shoot 2. That's the double bonus. Aaron Smith, 3 for 3 at the line tonight. 15 of 19 this season. That puts him above 80%. Oh, I thought that was going to drop through. It rimmed around and popped out. No good. So Aaron, 3 of 4 in the ball game from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. One more coming. Try to put the Rebels up by 9. Smith, a little more relaxed on this second one. Nothing but net. 53-44. Rich on top by 9. Smith has 17. Quickly up court. Branham on the right wing, guarded by Anderson. Back out. Anderson fakes the shot. This is Tanner Anderson. Spins in the lane. Caught up, hung up, and then shoots, and it rattles. Hangs on the front of the rim and drops. 53-46. Anderson to Cook. Jordan dribbles through traffic, passes across to Smith. Aaron dribbles through that same traffic, then he's bumped by Potter, and Aaron will go back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Garrett Potter will pick up, I believe, just his 2nd. I may be 1 short. It is just his 2nd. Aaron Smith, 2 more Bear Lake Realty free throws coming. And the Rebels, if they want to hold on in this one, may have to hit free throws down the stretch. Bear Lake Realty free throw, front of the rim, back of the rim, halfway down, pops out, no. Aaron, 3 for 3 on his first free throws, but 1 for 3 on his last 3. Second Bear Lake Realty free throw, nothing but net. And the Rebels lead by 8, 54-46, 1:19 left to go in this contest. And what a battle it's been tonight at Rich High School. Again, looking back at last year, the Rebels beat the Mustangs 68-45 and 73-36. But Manila jumped out to a 15-11 lead in the first quarter, held a 4-point lead at the half. Rebels outscored Manila 14-3 in the third quarter, and that put them on top. They've held that lead, and they have 1:19 left to go. Jordan Lucio from Manila has fouled out. Cameron Calder from Rich has fouled out. Rich has Aaron Smith with 4 fouls. Kinnan and Porter have 2 fouls apiece. For Manila, Burke Paulison has 4. Branham and Potter have 2 apiece. Let's jump back to our Bear Lake Realty fan cam real quick. I know, Rob, you were thinking about that. Our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. There's Dallas Clark. He's looking a little bit nervous. Sponsor of our 3-point shot, Dr. Dallas Clark. And other Rebel fans enjoying tonight's game. Entertaining one, to say the least. An intense game as well. 1:19 left to go. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rebels up by 8. Potter dribbles to his left to the wing. Rebels stay in a man-to-man defense. Branham gets by the D, bounces for Paulison in the lane. He'll travel, and yes, called for it. He moved his pivot foot before the dribble, and the Mustangs turn it over for a 14th time in the game. I've got Rich with 18. Inbound to Smith. Aaron fouled by Anderson. Not much, but he got a hand check and then a reach with 1:06 left to go. Smith back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, where he's just 2 of 4 in the quarter, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 7 in the ball game. Aaron, chance to put the Rebels up by double digits. Hits the first, nothing but net. Smith with 19 points in the game. And Aaron's second free throw at the Bear Lake Realty line, it pops out. It was halfway down and popped out. Rebound for the Mustangs, 55-46. Rich up by 9. They go underneath. Slaw misses, then a fight for the rebound. Anderson has it from Paulison. He's pushed out, and a foul will give it back to Rich on free throws, and Paulison just finished his night. Manila fan to my right says he was out of bounds first, wasn't he? No, well, he got pushed out of bounds. That's why he was out of bounds. So Anderson at the line. Paulison fouls out, 58.3 seconds to go. Finishes with 6 points. Jared's first, back of the iron, no good. And boy, it's a good thing this one's not a 2 or 3 point contest. Rich would be all but giving it away with missed free throws. Rebels were 8 of 10 through the first 3 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just 5 of 11 from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line here in the fourth. Our fourth quarter is presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Make sure to stay tuned for our Saby Trucking post-game show. We'll have the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game. We'll also have your Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game. How many rebounds do you have for Nick in this fourth quarter, Rob, for Jarman? 0. 1, yeah. 22 rebounds in 3 quarters, 1 here in the fourth, but Kinnan Clark has picked up the slack. He's had 6 rebounds in the quarter. Clark and Jarman being monsters inside. And so if you're the Mustangs, you're looking to a couple of guys to really step up here down the stretch. Probably Garrett Potter, maybe Tanner Anderson. Burke Paulison, Jordan Lucio have both fouled out. Jared Anderson back at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, swishes through his second free throw, has 1 point in the game, and Rich leads 56-46. Quickly up court, Anderson for 3. Airmails that one short, and a whistle on the fight for the rebound that bounced right into the hands of Jared Anderson of Rich. A foul against Jared on Anderson's missed 3-point shot. 50.9 seconds to go. Caleb Branham at the line shooting 1 and 1. He shot technical free throws earlier and missed them both. Maybe he's more comfortable with 6 guys lined out in front of him. Maybe. Back of the iron, bounces around and around and down through. Branham with 1 point in the game, has a second free throw coming. Trying to bring his team within 8. 56-47, Rebels on top with 50.9 seconds to go. Branham back of the iron, misses, and Jarman pulls down his 24th rebound of the game. Rich up court, and Anderson is fouled by Potter. That's Garrett's 3rd personal. And we'll see if Jared can go to the line and hit a couple. Anderson, including his trip to the line moments ago, is 16 of 23. Right about 65% from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line this season. His first rattles and pops out, and boy, I'll say it again. If this game was going to come down to 1 or 2 points, the Rebels would have given it away. Missed free throws, the story of this 4th quarter for Rich. Anderson hits the second, and Rich leads by 10, 57-47. Of course, Manila hasn't been any better. 1 of 4 in the quarter from the free throw line. Anderson fakes the 3, drives to the free throw line. Ball poked away, he gets it back. Give to Potter. Long 3 is way short off the front of the iron, and Jarman with a 25th rebound. Gives to Smith. Aaron dribbles to his right, double team, spins around, and he loses it, but Anderson is there to pick it up. Branham knocks him to the floor, and Jared goes back to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line for Rich to shoot 2 more. Rich, this will be the 15th and 16th free throw of the quarter. 4, 5, 6, and they're just 50% so far. 7 of 14. They could have iced it long ago if they'd even been closer to 60% or 65%. Anderson hits the first with nothing but nylon. 25.1 to go. Jared, 3 points in the quarter, 3 points in the game, all from the free throw line. Second Bear Lake Realty free throw for Jared. Front of the rim, the glass, and down through. 59-47, Rich up by 12 with 20 seconds to go. Slaw to Potter, step back, long 3. Yes, nothing but net for Garrett Potter, who has 10 points in the game. And Coach Mike Hughes calls for the timeout. 59-50, Rebels up by 9 with 14.8. This one's not over yet. The type of shooters that we know that Potter is. Slaw can knock it down from downtown and hasn't yet tonight. Tanner Anderson, we saw him hit the opening basket of the game, a left wing 3-pointer, so he can hit from outside. And I'm sure there are others. Now, this 4th quarter, Manila's really been hurt by Jordan Lucio, especially the last 2 minutes. He fouled out with 2:01 left to go. Burke Paulison, their leading scorer, fouled out with 58 points, 3 seconds to go. And Rebels held Paulison in check. He averages 15 a game, scored just 6 tonight. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Jared Anderson against some full court pressure. Anderson fires into the corner. Aaron turns, splits through the D, and he's fouled. Potter hands out in protest, and the foul wasn't against him. It was against Garrett Slaw with his second personal, and it'd be fun to see Anderson throw one deep to Kenan Clark on an inbound play like that with everybody from Manila up tight to defend. Here's Aaron Smith at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, hits the first. Aaron in this 4th quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 free throws. The 8th is coming up, and he hits it. Nothing but net for Smith, and it's 61-51. Mustangs have scored 67 points per game this season. Tonight, 50. And Anderson swats on a shot attempt by Caleb Branham. Jared, the clear height advantage, and takes advantage of it. 4.8 seconds left to go. Mustangs have also held their opponents to just 37 points per game this year. Rebels at 61. 3-point shot over the top. Anderson corrals the rebound, and time expires. A nerve-wracking, nail-biting win, but the Rebels get it done. 61-50 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Nick Jarman, 13 points. 7 blocks, 25 rebounds. Kenan Clark finishes with a double-double, I believe, as well, and the Rebels win 61-50. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to talk with one of the Rebel basketball players on our post-game show brought to you by Saby Trucking. 4th quarter has been presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care.
This is Rebel senior Aaron Smith, and you're tuned in to Rich High Hoops on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
One of the greatest things about living in Randolph, Utah is the friendly folks that live and operate business there. This is especially true at J-Bar Auto on Main Street in Randolph. Serving customers for years, J-Bar Auto provides high-quality service at a fair price, including vehicles large and small, tractors, and other types of equipment. J-Bar Auto also sells quality tires.
We appreciate all of our customers. Call us anytime. We're happy to help.
J-Bar Auto, 90 Main Street in Randolph, Utah. Stop in today.
Bear Lake's best information spot is Pugstone Sporting Goods, located at the four-way stop in Garden City. Find out where the fish are biting, where the best scenic trails are, winter or summer, plus all the other information you need to have the best time ever at Bear Lake. You'll also find hunting and fishing supplies, boat equipment, life vests, clothing, beach toys, sunscreen, souvenirs, and more. Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City, Utah. At beautiful Bear Lake. Stop in today.
Welcome back to the Saby Trucking post-game show. Rebels finished the night 68% from the free throw line is what I've got on some real quick counting. And with a win, we'll tell you about it right now on the Saby Trucking post-game show and your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. Rebel girls and boys hosting Manila in Region 22 play Friday night at Rich High School. And the girls, boy, they started out hot. They jumped out to a 22-3 lead in the first quarter and never looked back. Led 32-16 at the half and went on to win 58-29. Kiara Grohl had 22 points. McKenna Stacy a double-double with 10 points, 10 boards, and Rich wins by 29 points over Manila to improve to 2-0 in Region 22 play. The Rebel boys had a different story. Manila jumped out on top 3-0 early. Rich answered. They went back and forth. Rich had a lead 10-9, but then Manila scored 6 of the final 7 points in the quarter and led 15-11 after 1. Manila held a 4-point lead going into the half, but Rich outscored the Mustangs 14-3 in the third quarter to take a 7-point lead into the final period. In that final quarter, Rich outscored the Mustangs 22-18, including 11 of 18 from the free throw line. 18 free throws in the fourth quarter alone for Rich. And the Rebels win 61-50 to improve to 2-0 in Region 22 play. A great performance tonight from both teams. This is a very much improved, very good Manila Mustangs team. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Gourmet sandwiches fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. You're tuned into the Saby Trucking post-game show. I was just about to say after the break we'll talk with a Rebel basketball player, but Aaron Smith is here now, so we'll talk to you now. Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I had you with 21 points tonight. I don't know how many rebounds and assists and that kind of thing, but a nice performance from you tonight. You really got hot in the third and fourth quarters.
Thank you.
What were you guys thinking coming into this game as you prepped for Manila this week?
I mean, we knew they had some good shooters, Lucio and then Potter, and then they had that big guy in the middle, so we knew they were going to be tough.
Was this one of the more physical games you've played? Did they play pretty hard?
They were physical, but I've played in more physical games.
Aaron, the first half you guys were down, you were trailing. Was there any doubt as far as, can we come back in this game? What were your thoughts on that?
No, there's no doubt ever. You can always come back in a game. You just have to work harder than the other team, so no.
Is that something that Coach Brown talked about at halftime? We got to work harder?
Yeah, they were outplaying us, and we finally stepped up in the third and fourth quarter, so that was good.
That third quarter, you could definitely tell the difference. You outscored them 14-3. Defensively was the bigger difference in that third quarter. What do you guys do differently and defensively to really, push that?
We just got up in their faces, a little more aggressive, and contested shots and made a miss, so that was good.
This is a good Manila team, isn't it? They're a lot better than.
Yeah, they were impressively good. So yeah.
You're 2-0 in the region now. You got a break from region play tomorrow at South Summit. You know anything about the Wildcats?
They can shoot the lights out, so we got to play good defense on them too.
You guys beat them last year in a lower scoring game, but at their place, they'll have the crowd, they'll have the home court.
Yeah, it'll be a good game there, so it'll be fun.
You guys feel good about how you're playing, where you're at this point in the season?
I mean, we're playing good, but we still got to keep going and do better in practice, so yeah.
What do you think there is left to improve on?
Probably scoring, and we can work on defense more too, so.
One of the better defensive teams I've seen from Rich since I've been here, but you still can improve on that.
Yeah.
Aaron, thanks so much for coming up to talk with me. Great game tonight.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Aaron Smith, the Rich Rebels senior, one of the captains of the team. Rebels didn't shoot real well, 36%, but got it done. 4 of 16 from 3-point range, and a win. That's the bottom line. A big part of that win was Rich out-rebounding Manila 46-32. Nick Jarman almost out-rebounded Manila on his own. 25 rebounds to go along with his 13 points, 7 blocks. Kinnan Clark with 9 boards, 14 points, and Aaron Smith 21 points. Rebels just 6 players scored, but they get it done and win 61-50 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, thanks to Aaron Smith for coming to join us on the Saby Trucking postgame show. Stay tuned after the break. We'll have your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game, plus the Randolph Country Store adjustment of the game on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When you need to hire a semi, Saby Trucking in Woodruff, Utah is the place to call. Scott and Diana Saby have been serving customers across the nation since 2007. It's important to know that your loads are being handled professionally by honest, reliable drivers. The team at Saby Trucking reminds you, safety first. Don't text and drive. For all your long haul and short haul needs, get it there safely and on time. Call today, Saby Trucking, 435-503-0454.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The professionals at T7 Propane place their focus on safety, quality product, and excellent prompt service, so you can rest easy and enjoy the affordability and efficiency of propane. Serving residential and business customers every day, T7 would love to serve you as well. For all your propane needs, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208.
Welcome back to the Saby Trucking postgame show. Rebels, the boys, with a win, 61-50 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A come-from-behind win. Rebels were down to start the third quarter. Now, they never got down by more than, I think, 6 points was the biggest deficit, but a come-from-behind win nonetheless. The Rebels were led by Aaron Smith's 21 points. I had him with 3 or 4 rebounds. We'll double-check that later on, but at 21 points for Aaron, including 3 pro physical therapy 3-point shots. And Nick Jarman, let me go Kinnan Clark first, 14 points and 9 rebounds. Nick Jarman, 13 points, 25 rebounds, 7 blocks in the game. Your adjustment of the game brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. That came at the half, and it was just a increase, a push in the intensity, the aggression, the fight, the battle, whatever you want to call it. Rebels played harder in the third quarter than they did in the first half, and they outscored Manila 14-3. There's your adjustment of the game, brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier and by Stotts Equipment in Preston, Idaho. Call Stotts Equipment, 208-852-3660. They've got the best in John Deere and more at Stotts Equipment in Preston. And as for Jensen Wood Motors, they've got Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge. That's jensenwood.com. And just hometown nice folks up in Montpelier at Jensen Wood Motors. The shot and play of the game brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative for Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Both go to Aaron Smith, and we could probably find others. I mean, play of the game, not necessarily one play, but Nick Jarman, 7 blocks, 25 rebounds. That's fantastic. I wrote down for the play of the game, Aaron Smith's and one in the first quarter that put the Rebels up 8-7 at that point. They gave the lead back. But then later in the third quarter, Aaron hit a three-point basket, and that put Rich up 30-29. Again, they would give that lead up but take it back and go on to win. So Aaron Smith gets both the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game. Your post-game show is brought to you by Saby Trucking, Scott and Diana Saby. And coming up on the Town of Laketown Sports Update, we'll visit with Sydney Muirbrook, senior at Rich High School, member of the drill team, and she's looking forward to the high school musical of Beauty and the Beast coming up a little later on this spring. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more of our Saby Trucking postgame show on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
There's real power in enthusiasm. It spells the difference between mediocrity and having real, successful accomplishments. The mayor and town council from the town of Laketown recognize the enthusiasm of the parents, teachers, fans, and students of Rich High School. Whether it's your education, athletics, academics, or even your daily chores, enthusiasm can make all the difference. Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Welcome back to the Saby Trucking Post-Game Show. Time for the Rebel Sports Update brought to you by the town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from Mayor Sim Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. Ryan STEINECKERT with senior Sydney Muirbrook at Rich High School. Sydney, thanks for your time today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I know you're on the drill team, and that's what we want to talk about today. You were at the region drill competition last weekend in Richfield. How did that go for Rich?
Oh, it was awesome. We had a really good win, and everyone was just, it was so fun to bond with everyone, and I just had a great time.
Is that kind of the big thing you like about doing drill team? Is it the dancing? Is it the bonding with the girls? Both of those things?
I would say bonding with the girls because, I mean, for me, I don't think I'm a great dancer. I mean, and I don't particularly think it's fun. I mean, it's sort of fun. It has its fun times, but bonding with the girls is so great. I don't know, just hotel rooms, and then the next day when we're there and just practice is so much fun with them.
And you guys won the region, so congratulations on that. Do you feel like you performed really well? I mean, is there a lot to improve on for state, or how did things go?
I think, yes, we performed really good. My dad told me that he thinks that it should be easier because we're not in front of people that we know. So you could just, I don't know. I don't really remember what he said, but, and I don't know. I went full out and tried my best. I mean, I guess I didn't really notice a difference. I always try my hardest, and I guess I try to get better every time, but...
What numbers did you perform or compete with?
We did military, character, and dance.
Do you have a favorite? One of those ones or a different one?
Well, I'm only in one of them, and I'm in character. And so, I'm glad I'm not in military. It's too, you got to tighten every muscle, and it's kind of hardcore. But so I think I'm happy where I'm at. I love character. It's kind of like acting, and I love acting, so it's great.
I imagine the stress level's got to be high, because if you think about a basketball game, you've got 32 minutes of game time to, if you mess up a shot, well, you get a chance a bit later. But with a dance, that's it. It's just that 1 or 2 minute number, and that's all you got.
Yeah, and I'm really actually grateful that I'm in 2 of the 5 dances that we have, because it gives me more of a chance to practice on those and get those down. And so when I go out and perform, I don't have to be as stressed out. Like, crap, I don't really know this dance, So, and that's what practice is for. The way you perform is the way you practice, so.
Did you get a lot of notes from the region competition, things you need to work on, clean up a little bit for state in a couple weeks?
I didn't get to look at those, but yes, we did. And I'm sure we'll have a practice dedicated to, looking at that. We always kind of do get a chance to look at those with our coach. And I'm really looking forward to improving. I think we're going to do great. I'm really excited for state.
Sydney, the state coming up, you just mentioned you're excited for that, and then before too long, it's Beauty and the Beast. Tell me your role in that.
I'm going to be Belle, and I'm really, really excited. So
we'll talk more about that in the future. Right now, just drill team. Congratulations again on the region title. Good luck at state.
Thank you so much. Thanks for interviewing me.
Well, thanks, Sydney. That was the Rebel Sports Update brought to you by the town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from the mayor, Sim Weston, and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. You're tuned in to the Sabey Trucking postgame show. We'll take one more quick break and be back to take a look ahead at Rich County sports and activities brought to you by Lazy S Ranching. That's when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Lazy S Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Maggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the fourth president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
Well, welcome back to the post-game show brought to you by Sabey Trucking, Scott and Diana Sabey. We'll take a look ahead at the Rich County sports and activities presented by Lazy S Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Things get started tomorrow when the Rich Rebel girls basketball team plays at Grace. JV plays at 5:30, the varsity at 7 p.m. And also tomorrow, the Rebel boys basketball team is at South Summit. Now, for various reasons, we've decided to cover the boys basketball game tomorrow. Rebel girls beat Grace by about 20 points the last time they played. South Summit rather, and Rich, I think, will be a very close, competitive game, probably a closer, more competitive game. So we'll cover that one tomorrow. The freshmen play at 2, JV at 3:30, and varsity at 5 o'clock. Our pregame coverage tomorrow afternoon from South Summit begins at 4:30 p.m. Now, also tomorrow, the Rich Middle School boys basketball team plays at Evanston. The teams, I should say, play at Evanston, and they'll play versus EMS, DMS, and Cokeville. That games begin at 10 a.m. It's kind of a round robin, I believe. Also tomorrow, the University of Wyoming Cowboys and Cowgirls are both in action. And it's the Cowgirls versus Utah State at the AA in Laramie. Pregame for that one on KADQ starts at 1:30, tip-off at 2 o'clock. And then, so the broadcast schedule will be the Cowgirls pregame at 1:30, tip at 2. Following that, the Rebel boys game pregames at 4:30. And should there be an overlap, we'll join the boys game pregame show in progress. You can always listen online at mylocalradio.com to that. And then following the Rebel boys game, it's the Cowboys, the University of Wyoming Cowboys at Utah State at the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum in Logan, and that'll directly follow the Rebel boys game. Pregame's at 6:30, depending on, we may join that pregame in progress following the Rebel boys basketball game tomorrow night. And that wraps up the weekend on our look ahead, brought to you by Lazy S Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. Well, a good night tonight for Rebel varsity basketball teams. The JV teams both won as well. Freshman boys lost, but the varsity girls won 58-29. The varsity boys 61-50 over a very good Manila Mustang team tonight at Rich High School. That's going to do it. That wraps up our post-game show, brought to you by Sabey Trucking, Scott and Diana Sabey, wishing the Rebels good luck. Join us tomorrow afternoon when the Rebel boys play at South Summit. Our pregame starts at 4:30. Until then, thanks to my videographer tonight, Rob Leifson, our producer back in the studio, Julie Burley. Thanks for your work tonight. I'm Ryan STEINECKERT. We'll talk to you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jay Kibbard, and production assistants, Kate Bullender and A.J. Lamb. Big thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time Rich High takes the court, go Rebels!